interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this special report.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody! Awesome! You people bought a ticket to see me, so shut up!
Sometimes I get so mad, there's no control.
Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you live under a rock,
I might grab a bat, I don't know, my rap, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll play it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad.
Be the villain! And I have no problem at all, because I couldn't care less if you like me or not. I'm here for success, and there's no one more successful than Grayson Waller.
Yeah! Let me talk to you! WarGames.
What's up, everybody? Happy holidays. Welcome to the Sports Jedi Network Heel of the Ring podcast. Double combo tonight on our watch along as TNA Turning Point pay-per-view is live. It's ready to go. And we're going to go to SmackDown go-home show before the Survivor Series WarGames. So we're going to have the bloodline advantage between Jacob Fatu and Jey Uso. But right now, Joe Hendry is in the ring. He is going to be participating in the Turkey Bowl matchup later tonight on Turning Point. He is cutting the promo in the ring and getting acclimated. I hope your Thanksgiving was wonderful, blessed, and you spend it in family and in peace and in many blessings. We're in holiday season now, so happy holidays to everyone as we get into the Heel of the Ring podcast. Don't know which members of the Heel of the Ring crew is joining us tonight. Chef Dan is out sick. Terrence is having Wi-Fi, internet issues. Don't know where Canary is, and Chris might be working. But nevertheless, just like Solo Sokoa, I will go on my own. I'll take it at all. So what's going on? Welcome everybody to the Heel of the Ring podcast. Salute to everyone. Appreciate everyone joining us. Hope again your Black Friday is going well. Hope you find some specials here. Hope you find some specials and hope you got some holiday shopping going on. Yeah, definitely. Let's go. So Joe Hendry is making fun out of Alex Hammerstone, calling him the Hammer Turkey Bowl, or Turkey Stone. And then of course Rhino will be in there as well. And now why we do the TNA watch along? TNA is on fire right now. We know we've been covering it on Thursday nights on the Impact Zone, me and Canary and Chef Dan. And we'll continue to grow the platform on the Heel of the Ring wrestling program. You're home of the watch along. So we thank you guys for allowing us to continue to be your favorite watch along or one of your favorite watch alongs here on all the different streaming platforms. Salute to everyone in the Rumba, Truvo, Kick, Instagram Live, on our X Trivia, as well as Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So we're on all the different platforms. Thank you guys for choosing us, for joining us on a Friday night, and thank you. So Joe Hendry is cutting promos out, getting the crowd warming up. There's going to be a couple of dark matches, or AKA pre-show matchups. You're going to have a triple threat. Savannah Evans. You're going to have Rosemary and I believe Zaya Brookside on the triple threat match. And of course, Joe Hendry wants to be in the world title picture, but he didn't win. It's going to be Brian Myers versus Nick Nemeth. Oh boy, he's just making the crowd going Fernandez here. It's WrestleCade weekend, by the way. WrestleCade weekend in, I believe, North Carolina. So they're in North Carolina there for that pay-per-view. Turkey Bowl matchup. Can't wait to see that. And tomorrow, yes, what are we going to see tomorrow? We got the War Games matchup. 5 strong matchups here. We're going to talk about the Intercontinental Champion triple threat. Ludwig Kaiser, Sheamus, Braun Breaker in a triple threat match. Could Sheamus capture the Intercontinental title in a triple threat match? Braun Breaker doesn't need to be pinned. All he needs to get Ludwig Kaiser with a pin, and he becomes Intercontinental Champion. That's out there on the table. LA Knight taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, some would say that could have been a quick build for Nakamura to come out of nowhere and just get shoehorned again in the United States title picture. But if I tell you Shinsuke Nakamura in that U.S. title picture, I don't think anyone will frown upon if he walks out of Vancouver as the new United States World Champion. I mean, I love LA Knight. I like LA Knight. I'm not saying I'm advocating for LA Knight to this title, but if there was a title change, would that shock you guys? As Joe Hendry continues to cut the promo. Not a lot to talk about with Joe Hendry. We need some action. So, of course, we're in the countdown to Turning Point, and we'll talk a little bit of the War Games matchups. And we're back to the United States picture. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him come out there. Now, in a turning point that everybody in wrestling world is a big question mark or confusion is Jade Cargill. Now, reports had Jade Cargill with a neck injury, was supposed to be out of action 3 months to a year. Some way, somehow, over the Thanksgiving couple days, that story was debunked. She is not injured. It's storyline related to pull her out of the War Games or to further a storyline. I don't know what's going on. I hope it's not nothing negative. I hope it's not nothing politicking where she's disgruntled or upset. I'm not saying that, guys. But why do they pull her off the War Games where she's an Amazon in that cage? For that group would have been really a interesting dynamic to see her in that War Games matchup. And for her to pull out, I could see why you could try to get her out of the, unless they're going to further a storyline where she might come out tomorrow and we're going to find out the footage and who attacked her and the lady's in the cage and she's hell bent to try to achieve her revenge. I don't know. I don't know where they're going at. Either way, the dirt sheets had it wrong. They had her injured with kayfabe, and when she's storyline related, they had it completely wrong. That's why we have to be careful. A lot of times when we copy and paste or when we go around becoming Twitter parrots, we can't be Twitter parrots because not everyone, one bad information, you all look like we all said the wrong thing. I've even thought it was a neck injury because listen, a lady of Jade Cargill status, she's a workout monster. She's always working out with weights. She's in great shape where you could see if she would have gotten a neck injury with lifting weights or working out. It happens. Look at Cody Rhodes, tore his pec off the bone lifting weights. So when Jade Cargill with a neck injury, you kind of want to give it some merit or credit or not even think about twice. And then the way they over-exaggerated her injuries on SmackDown, it made you think like, well, they're covering up an injury for Jade, which wasn't the case. So I wonder, we're just going to have to pump the brakes and see what comes out or what is said on Jade Cargill and see what it is. If it's storyline related, if it's something backstage related. Right now, we don't know. And that's the good thing about it. Mum's the word. It's great. We don't need to know every detail or every inkling of the WWE, although some of us would love to. But what's the point? At the end of the day, we're gonna just spoil it or we're gonna ruin it with our own perspective. So I like the fact that WWE is keeping us worried or in the dark about that, guys. I really don't see anything wrong with that. All right, so we get some TNA countdown now. If you haven't got the TNA Plus app, they're still running that sale for the end of the year. You have one more pay-per-view for TNA, of course, Final Resolution from Atlanta. And, of course, you get to see the TNA Impact Zone if you don't have the Access TV right on the TNA app every Thursday night. You don't, if you're on the West Coast and you have the app, you don't have to wait until it comes out at 8 o'clock on the West Coast. You'll be able to watch it at 5 Pacific time. And while it's being shown, you could go right on the app and watch it. So that's a great feature. We, of course, I know Miss Canary enjoys that because when she's able to do the watch alongs with us without having to wait, she's in a 3-hour time difference, and she boom goes right on the app, watches along with us, and we're sync to sync, and we get to see the TNA action on the Impact Zone with us. So I love that app. I like that. I love that feature about that. And I think that's something that's showing us the way for when WWE Raw goes on Netflix. If you're in the UK or if these shows are in outside of the United States in different time zone, all we got to do is go to our Netflix app and we could watch it live. If let's say they're in England and it's 7 over there and over here it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we're able to watch Raw. Boom, we don't have to wait like right now in the USA Network at 8 o'clock in our time zone. And you avoid all the different spoilers from all the people that like to put stuff out. You'll be able to watch it live. If you're one of those that have the time and want to watch it live, you're able to watch it live. That's what I like about the TNA Plus app. All right, we got Nick Nemeth coming to the ring. This is interesting. Will Nick Nemeth lose his title? I don't think so. But remember, Frankie Kazarian has the call your shot trophy, or it's kind of, he could call his shot if he wants at the end of the night and cash in. So here we go. We got the first contest for TNA tonight. Savannah Evans. Here we go. I'm glad Savannah Evans returned to TNA back from injury. They're going to need that obstacle, that big glamazon in the knockouts division for TNA. Remember Jordynne Grace, there's rumors that she's leaving in a couple of weeks to the WWE. Masha Slamovich is going to need some opponents. I know, how many times are you going to put the title on Jordynne Grace? I think she ran the gauntlet. She has gone the most you could get out of her. And now with a Savannah Evans being a threat, Xia Li, formerly known as Xia Li. Now I forget her name now, but she's in that company. Maybe we get some other ladies wrestlers joining that company soon. So I like that. I want to see more ladies make their way to TNA and draw and continue to grow that knockouts division before all the women leaving like Deonna Purrazzo, Chelsea Green and so forth. They were one of the top knockouts division in all women's division of wrestling. The best, one of the top 2, if you ask me. When you had all those ladies plus you had Naomi, aka Trinity Fatu there. You had a plethora of talented Giselle Shaw. You had so many different women in that division. Now some of them are gone from the company, or Killer Kelly on maternity leave, and it just hurts the TNA. Hopefully they could get some more women into that division or into that company and continue to grow. Now Rosemary, who did a phenomenal job in my opinion down in NXT working with Wendy Chu. I would have liked Wendy Chu to do some more dates in TNA. I understand she's a WWE wrestler, NXT wrestler. I would have loved to see Wendy Chu a little more, coming back for more revenge, one-on-one more. I know that Rosemary finished the feud. I would have liked to see her to continue work there. Okay, here is Xia Brookside. Xia Brookside, a uber baby face. So you have a monster in Savannah Evans. She's just a total destruction. You have the uber baby face in Xia Brookside, and you have the ultra heel in Rosemary. So interesting combination on those 3 triple threat with these ladies, because there's a crowd. Do you go for the immovable object in Savannah Evans? Do you go, or do you cheer the evil, the heel of Rosemary, or do you just get behind and rally behind the ultra babyface Xia Brookside? Interesting, and that's wrestling 101 right there, and especially in the triple threat match. As a fan, as a person watching the show live, you're gonna go behind the uber babyface. Typical wrestling. Sometimes simplicity takes you a long way. You don't need to do all these assigned moonsaults. You don't need to do 450 Harmon Phoenix Splash. You don't need to walk on some ropes or flip-flops. Just simple storytelling, good versus bad versus the unbeatable. It just gets you invested. I just like that. Here we go. All right, triple threat knockout matchup here. Now they didn't say this was any ramification with this. If whoever wins will be at first, in line for a knockouts title matchup. Don't know that. It's just a triple threat match for the countdown to get the ladies in the ring, run some bumps as Rosemary is with Evans, and Evans goes right into Rosemary. Savannah Evans working like the big obstacle, the big behemoth there, and here's Rosemary being opportunistic. Now they double team Zaya Brookside, and boom, double clothesline. But Rosemary goes for a pin, but Savannah Evans says, not today. No way. All right, here we go. Good matchup so far. Both ladies, all triple threat ladies. Both ladies between Savannah and Rosemary going at it. They want to get the pin. Who wants to take the advantage here? I like that. I love that psychology in the match. As we wait for, here's a near fall, and now Rosemary breaks the pin on Evans. They're not on the same page. That makes it smart because they want to both pick on the Uber babyface and let them go back and forth in the ring. Who throws the first punch? Who's going to deceive one another? That's going to be the fun part. Neither lady's allowing to get the pin. Here we go. They keep double teaming the babyface. And good reversal by Brookside. But Brookside in the ring. Cuts up a leg here. Now she's going to middle rope. And here's a head scissor. Yep. Beautiful. Here's Zaya Brookside. And there's a clothesline, and Rosemary goes out. But turn around. Savannah Evans is still in the ring. Zaya, no time to cheer. No time to get the crowd running. Here we go. Nice drop kick by Brookside and took Savannah Evans down with some good drop kicks. Now the crowd's cheering for Zaya. Let's go. Brookside is going to the top rope on the outside. Second turnbuckle. Zaya Brookside, cross body, but they caught her. I mean, she only weighs 90 pounds soaking wet. And boom, both ladies got her with no issues. And now both ladies on the outside between Rosemary and Evans, very proud of catching. So right now, they continue to work together, Rosemary. But don't trust Rosemary. She will put a knife in the back of your back in a heartbeat. Damn. Savannah, Evans with the shoulder tackle on Brookside in the middle of the ring. Now feeds her into Rosemary. Rosemary now is what's she going to do? Fall away slam? Got it. Man, what a fall away slam. And into the leg drop, brother. Here's a pin. 1, 2. Rosemary says, I didn't call for that, brother. So with the Hulk Hogan leg drop, Rosemary broke the pin. Now, are they on the same page? Here we go. A poke in the eye. Clothesline by Savannah Evans. I guess that alliance is over now. What a big boot by Savannah Evans. Evans now. Evans is just a big old specimen of a woman. There's a forearm. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna make this statement. It might be a little controversial, fellas and ladies that are listening to me. But I think Savannah Evans could use a nice little run with the NXT and with the NXT coaches. You could tell she's a massive woman. A specimen of a woman. Like, wow, what a woman. But needs to be fine-tuned. She needs more fine-tuning in her wrestling. And if she does get into the hands of a WWE Performance Center to just help her, even if they allow her to work both dates, I think Savannah Evans could be a 2025 breakout star if they're in the right hands and the right coaches. There's a lot of talent there. Look at that. Look at that fisherman suplex right there. You see the flashes of greatness from her. That's not easy to do, the fisherman suplex and hold the bridge for a big woman like a Savannah Evans. She executed that perfect. The skill set is there, the talent is there. She just needs to be fine-tuned. She just needs the right guidance. And I'm not saying TNA doesn't have that. They have great coaches there, from Tommy Dreamer, from Gail Kim, from Lance Storm. the names are out there for TNA, but maybe a different set of coaching to see something could help her unlock in the performance center, like they did with Joe Hendry. Allow her to work both locations. You're telling me you have her out there working with a Lash legend if you want to fight big versus tall, or work her with the women that they have currently there with Bakure, Julia, and then just have her jump back and forth from TNA NXT. If the relationship is as healthy as it is, I think Savannah Evans could be a big face for TNA going forward. She's got all the fine tools. She's tall, she's strong, agile. I mean, my goodness, I keep giving her flowers. And Rosemary is another one who's just another one that I love the fact that they allow her to wrestle in NXT, because look, she's very compelling. She got over in the Performance Center, and she's just a heel that you want to see her wrestle more. Whether you want to boo her or cheer her, you just want to see Rosemary. Good shoulder tackle there. Now we go. And Rosemary could fight like a big woman. Look, she's no slouch. She's tall. She stands pretty much almost the same height as Savannah Evans. She's just not as big, but she is a big, tall woman. Now Rosemary. Oh, Brookside with a clothesline. Hey, Jason Michaels. What's up? Jimmy Hart will be at Saturday. Yes, that's what I'm hearing. For Saturday night's main event, the one and only Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart will be at. I mean, when you think of Saturday night's main event, you think of Jimmy Hart and the megaphone. How many times Jimmy Hart and the megaphone interfered and was part of synonymous of, and there's a side Russian leg sweep by Zaya Brookside, and Evans breaks the pin. But how many times we see Saturday night's main event, either with the megaphone, distracting the referee, the honky tonk man's guitar? Jimmy Hart is a synonymous, one of the best wrestlers, one of the best managers, in professional wrestling. That, my goodness, between him, Bobby Heenan family, I wish they would bring the manager. I'm a big proponent of the manager in wrestling, and I understand, wrestlers should be cutting their promos and be able to speak on the microphone and all that good stuff. I get it, guys. I get it. But man, I miss a good stable of managers to have that, Bobby Heenan family, have that rivalry where they're looking for having talent under their wings and be able to bring them out. And, some of these wrestlers that are probably want to stick around wrestling but don't have it physically, it would be a nice transition into manager. I thought right now, to be honest with you, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, when they were WWE Tag Team Champions, they could have used a mouthpiece like a Robert Stone to talk for them. They could have used a mouthpiece like a Jimmy Hart for those ladies. I think maybe Ronda Rousey wouldn't have been so bitter with the wrestling business if she had a mouthpiece, because her promos weren't great. And you know what? Roman at first wasn't a great talker on the microphone. Paul Heyman, under his tutelage now, Roman, he could go on the microphone with anyone. You just need that mentor, that guy to help you with the art of the promo. And that's what the managers were back then. And that's something that WWE is missing. All across wrestling, I think All Elite Wrestling does a good job with that. I'm going to give them at least that credit with Don Callis. They had it with Mark Sterling for a while. I give them nice move oh my God. 1, 2, no, Rosemary. What a nice move there by Zaya Brookside. Man. Oh, what a spear by Rosemary. Here we go. 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the opportunistic Rosemary with the spear on Brookside. She gets the victory. So, wow, what a hell of a spear by Rosemary, as Savannah Evans loses this one, but she didn't get pinned. It was Brookside. But of course, Rosemary gets the victory. Good job there. Now they're going to preview the no DQ match between Josh Alexander and Steve Macklin. That's going to be a war, because Macklin is on a mission to cause some pain to the walking weapon. Yes. So we got to fight. What a weekend. What a weekend for wrestling. If you're a big wrestling connoisseur, you're going to have it. Just like there's all the Thanksgiving feast that we had over the next 2 days with the leftovers. You're going to have a wrestling feast. You have here Turning Point. You've got the Advantage matchup within another hour between Jacob Fatu, Jey Uso. You have so many different. You're gonna have the United States Women's Title Tournament continue. Lash Legend gets the spot of Jade Cargill, so she's inserted in that triple threat match. So the NXT owns Lash Legend. Could she possibly stamp her name and go into the next round and get one step closer for the United States Women's Champion? Opportunities come to Lash Legend. Can she capitalize and be opportunistic and advance in the tournament? I would love to see Lash Legend get into the quarterfinals. Let's go. Why not? Why not her? She fits the bid. That's another one. So if you love wrestling, then tomorrow night you've got nothing but Survivor Series War Games. One of the best major 4 pay-per-views of the WWE. The War Games matchup in the cage, Bloodline. You know, little rumors has it that The Rock put out a video saying that he finished up all his promotion for Moana 2. He's freed up. He doesn't have to be anywhere to promote the movie. If you smell what The Rock is cooking, a lot of people are speculating, could he show up tomorrow night in Vancouver? Only time will tell. You have to tune in. And, of course, tune into the watch-along because we want to react. We want to hear your reaction. We want to hear you guys react and tell me what you think. What do you think The Rock shows? Let me ask that question to the chat. Do you guys think that Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the final boss, the great one, the high chief, Maivia, will he show up tomorrow night? And with whose side is he on? Is he team OG Bloodline? Or is he with Solo? Is he the mastermind between the Bloodline 2.0? Or will he show up on Tuesday night in the Performance Center as Eddie Thorpe accidentally knocks down his daughter Ava, and she goes down, takes a tumble fall, and gets injured? Does he show up and have a word with Eddie Thorpe? A lot of things there. A lot of things. A lot of stuff going on in the world of WWE professional wrestling. You got to love it. I say one thing, though. I know it's WrestleCade and also WrestleCade weekend. So if you're a professional wrestling fan that loves wrestling, you got WrestleCade going on today, tomorrow, the weekend. You got the WWE WarGames. My God, last week you had Josh Barnett, Game Changer. I believe the Muppets had a wrestling last week. Turning Point. Was it Full Gear? And and my goodness, here we go. Mike Santana versus Frankie Kazarian. The Thanksgiving Turkey Bowl match is going to be John Skyler, Brian Myers, Rhino, Hammerstone, Eric Young, Joe Hendry. So it's Eddie Edwards versus Nick Nemeth. I said Brian Myers, but it's Eddie Edwards, so I apologize. Moose takes on Laredo Kid for the X Division title. The Hardys taking on Zachary, Wentz, and Kushida, and a mystery partner because Trey Miguel had travel issues. He could not make it, so of course. And then we're going to have a 2 out of 3 falls between Masha Slamovich and Jordynne Grace. 2 out of 3 falls. Eddie Edwards taking on Nick Nemeth. But remember, Frankie Kazarian has the Call Your Shot title or trophy. He could call his shot at any time. It's kind of like a Money in the Bank contract where if he wants to cash in, he could cash in that evening. So we could have Frankie Kazarian come out tonight as TNA World Champion. You have to stay tuned. All right, so Turning Point is about to begin. We got 1 hour before the WWE SmackDown watch along. Of course, we're going to watch along, double feature combo stream here on a Black Friday. Please hit that like button. We ask you guys to please hit that like button and continue to help us grow the channel. We appreciate everyone joining us this evening. Thank you so much. As the premium live event is going to begin now. And let's go. And we know, as we know, this Monday Night Raw, we heard from our general manager, Adam Pearce. We're now going into the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. And I know everyone on the internet has been giving their opinion. That's the right word. Giving their opinion on the WWE United States Women's title, Intercontinental title, and complaining that the WWE has way too many titles. I'm going to ask you guys this. Do you think the WWE has too many titles? I'm going to say this. No. I think they're just the right amount of titles because you have 6 hours between Raw and SmackDown content to give us storylines. You need these women who are not in the main event pictures. And we said it time and time again here on this channel. You need them to be part of a story build. You want them to get invested. I understand if they're not big enough or compelling enough to be in the world main title picture, they shouldn't be on. I understand they shouldn't be. Some people say that they shouldn't be on TV if they can't be compelling enough to be buying for that one title. I give you that. But then I go into the UFC. I'm not even going to go into boxing. The UFC has so many different title reigns or so many divisions. And I know wrestling doesn't do divisions with titles, but there's different titles. There's even if you break it down, you have your world heavyweight title, your middleweight, and you have your featherweight. No one complains about that in those major sports. I'm not saying you need to have so many, and no one says those titles are less than or not. You're telling me that the title that Canelo Alvarez is less than Tyson Fury's title? No, they're different weight classes, and in WWE they're different. When it comes to the world heavyweight title and the United States women's title, they're different right now. They're not right now. The mid-card title, although there's nothing wrong, it's not demeaning. The person that holds that mid-card title is not ready to be in the main event picture yet. They're not a face of a company that's going to carry. They're not going to carry the title. They're not the face of the company to carry the whole company on their back. They're a champion who's going to be a workhorse champion, who's going to go out there and wrestle night in, night out on a live show, entertain the fans or what people want to see right now but they're not the face of the company. Do you understand what I mean? I think they could do that with the women's title as well, with the mid-card title. So I don't think they have a lot of titles. Now, I understand people were counting the speed. The speed title is something for Twitter. You don't see it on SmackDown. You don't see it on Raw. You don't see it. They don't put that on a premium live event. So I'm not going to count those speed titles. That's just a thing for the internet, for Twitter, for people to watch that there. I'm not going to go with speed titles as part of it. And you need women tag team titles. People think the tag team titles are cursed. I think that now we know it's a story-driven line. As we're almost ready here to start with the TNA Premium Live event. So what do you guys think? I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from everyone that's watching along with us. Your thoughts on the WWE. Is there too many titles in the WWE? I don't think so. I'm personally going no. Now I can say because I've been pushing for those mid-card titles here for the women for quite some time. I've been saying we need those titles. We need them because here's the thing: whenever either a mid-card women's match or any women like Dakota Kai will take on. I'm not singling them out. Dakota Kai take on Lava Valkyria. When they wrestle, even if it's a storyline, I see a lot of people wrap it up. I'm not invested. And I had people here on this channel. I had even watch along folks from other channels that watch along with us. Wrap it up. Not interested. Not boring. I'm gonna go get a beer. I'm gonna go to the store and buy liquor. I have guests on, and they're not invested in the women. If you're telling me you put a mid-card title where Lyra Valkyria takes on Dakota Kai for the number one contender, an opportunity to take on whoever's the women's intercontinental title, you're going to pay attention to it because there's ramification, there's a storyline. Whoever wins this match, regardless of the fact if there's outside interference or not, it's an opportunity for now. They're going to wrestle for the women's intercontinental title. You're going to pay attention to it. It's no longer, let me go get a beer. Let me go run to the liquor store. I'm going to be watching this now. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this match because it's now invested, because now there's ramifications and there's stipulations involved with it. The same thing on SmackDown. If they put a match on SmackDown for the Women's United States title, number one contendership, you're going to watch it because guess what? They're going to wrestle for the number one. They're going to wrestle for the Women's United States title, whoever is the champion at that time. Now you're watching that match with more because there's a storyline, there's ramifications, there's repercussions with that outcome of that match. It changes the dynamic of watching WWE women's wrestling, not WWE wrestling, women's wrestling, because let's face it, there's a lot of people that still don't want to see the women wrestle at all. They prefer them not being wrestling. Some of them called, and I heard it from other podcasters, some of them called, softcore porn. Yeah, unfortunately. And again, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. I respect that. Here on this channel, we want them to be women wrestling. We want them to be seen for who they are, in-ring performers who entertain us, who could go out there and give us 30-minute quality matches. It doesn't matter, what you're wearing and how you look. Go out there and entertain us. Tell us a story with that match. We're all for it. That's just my opinion. Now, again, I'm not hammering or diminishing what they think. That's their opinion. That's their channel. Whoever they are, they know who they are. That's your opinion. God bless your opinion. My opinion is I see the women for the performers that they are. They're going to entertain us. They're going to perform well. And look, if they're pretty, they're all going to be pretty. Every woman out there that goes out on the performance. We're men. We're going to see it in that aspect. I understand that. But let's take away the sexism and let's see what their in-ring ability they entertain. These women entertain sometimes way better than the men. And we got to give them a chance to have an equal platform to entertain us. Let's go. Hey, Trent Hatch. Let's go TNA. Yes, indeed. We got Mike Santana taking on Frankie Kazarian, the king of TNA, and let's go. The match. Here we go. Collar elbow tie up, and Frankie Kazarian gets the quick push on Santana. Now, here's one thing that I like about this match here. Mike could lose this match. I don't know. Wait, let me say this way. Frankie Kazarian could lose this match. It doesn't hurt Frankie Kazarian due to the fact that he has his call your shot gauntlet or trophy that he could go in right to the main event picture or any title. For Mike Santana, he wants to finish 2024 in a uphill climb. If he beats Frankie Kazarian tonight, wouldn't be surprised at Final Resolution, Santana gets an opportunity to wrestle for the TNA World Champion. What a way to finish Santana 2024. He is, I believe he was Hog World Champion. I don't know if he's still House of Glory's World Champion. I don't remember. Haven't followed it since July. So, but he's been putting on a hell of a year. What a year for Santana in professional wrestling on all across from the independent scene to TNA. If he gets an opportunity to wrestle for that TNA World title at the final pay-per-view next month in Atlanta. So keep an eye. I'm looking where they're booking this and what's the story they're going to go here with Santana and Kazarian. Now, you could have Kazarian and Santana again at the end of Final Resolution. But again, I want to see how they put on here this match. And right now, these two big men are going back and forth. Kazarian, the veteran of TNA, there, of course, taking on the up-and-coming Santana. Santana, what a move there. Santana springboard. Oh, moonsault. Wow, the big man. Look at the big man with a springboard moonsault from the middle rope. Now he's working. Look at him work. Suicide dive on the outside and got Frankie Kazarian. And the crowd goes crazy. One thing I'm going to say, it's not a criticism. It's a little bit of a critique. I don't like the lighting from the arena tonight from where they're at in North Carolina. It looks too dark. It looks too dark, and from the pay-per-view that I'm watching here, it looks too dark, and it looks like it's something old. It's not the high quality video that I'm used to from TNA right now. But all in all, good matchup here. And Santana puts Kazarian back in the ring. Double feature tonight. SmackDown begins in about another 50 minutes. We'll keep you updated on that. Hopefully the Heel of the Ring crew will join us, whoever's joining us tonight. Chef Dan is out sick. Terrence has internet issues. Canary probably was still with her neck. So I don't know who's going to join us tonight. But always there. We'll find out. You never know who might pop in. If not, I'll call you. You could call me Sokoa, and I'll go solo. Oh, what a super kick from Santana! What a super kick! And he puts him in the ring. All right, here we go. Oh, nice. Innovative of offense there for Frankie Kazarian with the leg drop. Like that there. And Santana goes down on the outside. Kazarian now. And typical heel warming up the crowd. Yeah, the lighting looks indie. It looks too dark. I agree with you, Trent. It looks dark. Normally, they, and also they don't have the tunnel. Maybe it's the location of where they're at. They couldn't set up for the tunnel or couldn't bring the production over. I don't know what it is, but not normally the TNA. It looks awfully dark. It looks dingy, but it's still a packed house. I think the place is sold out to attendance wise. They don't have to hide that there's empty seats there. I think they have a full house there. Where TNA has been filling out the house, and it's WrestleCade weekend. Kazarian working on the shoulder now with the leg drop into a submission hold. As Kazarian working on Santana, and Santana's trying to reverse it. There's a pin. Back and forth they go. Kazarian now with the pin. Back and forth they go on mat wrestling. Good mat wrestling with some near fall pains here as they continue to work the mat. Back and forth they go, and they break the hold. Kazarian misses, and there is a German suplex or a back body drop to be more precise. Kazarian back on his feet, and so is Santana. Santana now trying to get the admiration for the crowd. Attack your man. Santana with a chop. Oh, man, with a running chop into Kazarian's chest. Irish whip into the corner. Santana now with another running chop. Lisa, what's going on? Lisa Hartrow, salute. Happy holidays, guys. Happy holidays, guys. Appreciate you guys. Hope your holidays were well. Hope you guys had a lot of turkey or whatever of your favorite eats. And for some more, if you know that it's the season to be thankful. So thank you. I'm thankful to see you here tonight, Lisa, as we get this match going. And now they're fighting on the outside of the apron. What do we got here? He's going to set him up. Kazarian. He's setting up Kazarian for a suplex. Kazarian holding on to the ropes. What? I love it. No, he got him up. No, got him back in the ring now. Kazarian, Frankie now with some forearm shots. Oh, uses the rope to his advantage into the throat of Santana. Goes down. Down goes Santana. Kazarian now. Oh, kind of like a modified face buster or DDT down to the rope. It looks vicious as the referee checks on Santana. As Kazarian says he cleans it up, looking for a count out. Count him, ref. Counter. He wants a count out victory. He wants light work. He wants to go back, and he thinks he has some more stuffing and turkey that he wants to eat. But I asked this question: how does Frankie Kazarian want to eat turkey when he's a jive turkey himself? Here we go. The referee's count is at 5 as Santana gets back in the ring. Front face lock. Now it's going to scoop him up into a suplex. Actually, a body slam. Kazarian springboard, Trey leg drop, brother. Here's a pin. 1, 2. Nope. Kicked out at 2. A little bit of homage to Hulk Hogan with the leg drop. The Hulk. And here's Santana now fighting off Kazarian back into the rope. Rams him in again into the turnbuckle. You go, Mike Santana now. Oh, Kazarian gets him with that elbow. What a weasel. Oh, try to go for that. Here again, he tries to go up in the middle rope. Belly to belly suplex. What a suplex there from Mike Santana on Kazarian. When first you don't succeed, you dust yourself off and try again. As Santana does it again, gets him with the belly to belly suplex, and let's go. Both men down on the apron. What a match. That's just the opening contest. We had the countdown earlier. Of course, Rosemary gets the victory. They pin Zaya Brookside and the triple threat with Savannah Evans. And there's a clothesline from Santana. Santana with another chop. Santana now in offense. Here's an Irish whip reversal. Into the corner goes Santana. He leapfrogs over Kazarian and he blocks the boot and gets him to step up into Guri. Kazarian still don't go down. Now, working on the rope. Santana now. Nope. Reversal. What we got? Into the corner. Leapfrog is Kazarian. Roll and into a cutter. Santana hits Kazarian with a cutter on the roll. Here's a pin. 1, 2. There's a kick out at 2. Referee has a count at 2. Man, good match. Good pace this match is going here. As Kazarian now back and forth with a right hand, a stiff right hand into the face of Santana. Santana in the middle ring. Kazarian hits the ropes. Santana follows. And nope. Oh, into a driver. 1, 2. Almost had a near fall. Good offense there by Santana, who almost had the fall finish there. Santana now breathing, looking to get the crowd going, getting the clap going, hitting the canvas, getting the crowd involved. Good opening contest. What a good opening contest here. Kazarian and Santana. Santana now into a chop into Kazarian. Now, what is he going to do here? He's going to set him up here for a powerbomb. Nope. Reversal. Here's armed and no missed up with the step up in Seguri for Kazarian. The veteran had that scouted. Here's Kazarian now into a swinging neck breaker in the middle of the ring. Here's a pin. Referee in position 2 and a quick. Ooh, just got out at 2 3/4. That was a near fall finish there. As Santana just got his left hand up, as Kazarian was asking the referee. That looked like a 3, but it was not. What is Kazarian setting him up here? No, Santana now reversal pushes him into the middle turnbuckle. Nope, and he moves out of the way. Kazarian, what's he gonna do? He's gonna springboard into a shoulder tackle. He's gonna set up for a sunset flip. No, into a DDT. No, what a beautiful German suplex into a bridge. Santana holding onto it, transitioning into a suplex, putting him up on springboard. Oh, snap snooplex from the rope assisted. Here's a pin. 1, 2. And a kick out by Frankie Kazarian. Quick pace action between these two competitors in the ring. And, of course, Santana sucking some wind there. Of course, you're going to see their cardio conditioning coming into both of these guys. Right now, 18 minutes into the match, these guys are going nonstop. They haven't had a cool-down spot with a submission. They're move after move after move for the veteran Frankie Kazarian Ortiz. So conditioning is a big key for these two guys. Santana now. Here's a whip into a cutter. So cutter by Kazarian going for pin. 1, 2. This should be enough. No, Santana just got out. 2 and 9, 9.9.9. That was close. And what an innovative of offense there. He used the springboard into the cutter with the momentum. Santana in the air and just got him. Kazarian continues to show why he is that ring veteran in the middle of the ring. But you got to stay on your opponent, not argue with the official. He's going to set him up with this Alabama slam. Nope. Here's a rollout. Nope. Breaks that up. Santana fixes the clothesline. Nope. Here is a backslide. Santana gets out of this one, and there's a knee right into Kazarian's chin. Now Santana now. Nope. And that's good arm drag there by Santana. Transitioning here. He turned around, and it's a lariat clothesline. Here's a pin. 1, 2, 3, and he got it. Ladies and gentlemen, that clothesline from hell as Santana gets the victory. The man continues to impress in 2024. Vaya Boricua, Mike Santana from Bronx, New York, from where I'm from. Let's go. He gets the victory, and not for nothing, guys. I was telling you guys, Santana needed this victory. It doesn't hurt a Frankie Kazarian to take the loss, but the way they told that story in this match, the pace that Santana and Kazarian had in this match, 20 minutes of talk about, and TNA, their catchphrase, total nonstop action, that really was their catchphrase, their signature calling card of their promotion. That was nonstop action. Not a cool down spot, Not a 20, not a 5-minute submission. Is he asleep? Isn't he not? Getting the crowd to rally. This was nonstop action between these two. And what an opening contest here. What an opening contest for the veteran Kazarian and the up-and-comer on a hot streak in 2024 for Mike Santana. Santana now should be calling his shot, or pretty much should be in that main event title picture, at least for final resolution, if not for Genesis or Hard to Kill pay-per-view for TNA in 2025, because he has shown us that this guy continues to excel, or whatever they put him in, this guy continues to knock it out of the park. What a job, and what a job by Mike Santana. I cannot continue to give him his flowers. 7:21 Eastern time. We're about 40 minutes away for Friday Night SmackDown to go on. Right now, we're watching along Turning Point for TNA. Let's go. And of course, many matchups here. We got a promo section from the system. So we're going to hear from the system, cutting a promo. Brian Myers, who's in the Turkey Bowl Challenge. Eddie Edwards, opportunity to win the world title off of Nick Nemeth. And your current X Division champion, Moose. That's a crazy one, because I know it took us by surprise when Moose beat Mike Speedball Bailey for that title. Interesting. So they're cutting the promo backstage as we wait. Alicia Edwards, not wearing the neck collar no more. Look, she's healed. Moose cutting a promo here. Moose is taking on the Laredo Kid. Laredo Kid. Could the unthinkable happen? Could we have a slip of the banana peel, like they say, from Moose? Could he slip on a banana peel? You only need 3 seconds for the Laredo Kid to take the big guy down on his shoulder. Could David beat Goliath tonight in TNA Turning Point? We will find out tonight. Could there be an interference where Moose gets distracted or knocked out, or distracted enough where Laredo Kid could just take advantage on a roll-up? Could anything could happen here tonight, because my goodness, on paper, looks like Moose should retain this with light work. This should be a light work matchup for Moose, but this is wrestling. Anything could happen, not just in the WWE, in professional wrestling, guys. Anything could happen. Eddie Edwards cutting a promo here. All right. I believe the Turkey Bowl Challenge matchup is next, guys. What a hell of a match. Guys, if I had to grade that match between Frankie Kazarian and Mike Santana, that was a 9.5, bro. That was a good, you know what? I'm going to that was a perfect match. There was no botches. You know what? I'm going to change my grade. The more I talk about it, it was a perfect matchup. It had the comeback, the fighting, the near fall finishes, and just got him with a real hard, stiff clothesline to get the victory. Great match. Great match. I don't know how hard. I mean, this is going to be a hard one to top it off, because now, you know, what's coming up next is the Turkey Bowl matchup. And of course, the loser gets to wear the Turkey Bowl. Has to wear a turkey outfit. They become the gobbledygoober. Here it is. Brian Myers will be coming to the ring. Part of the system. Yeah, once again, Kaylee. Hi, Kaylee. How was Thanksgiving for you, Kaylee? Hope you're doing good. Good to see Kaylee. Kaylee, you ready for Survivor Series tomorrow? I know you are. As Brian Myers makes his way to the ring. Good to see that Kaylee's joining us here. Thanksgiving was amazing. That warms my heart. I'm so thankful that you were able to join us here, and your Thanksgiving was great. a lot of Thanksgiving. Thankful for everyone that's watching us, and thankful for everybody that tunes in, week out, like yourself, Kaylee. Appreciate that you always join us. And of course, thank you. We got the next entrance as they started to make their way into the ring. Here's Eric Young. Eric Young will be making his way into the ring, of course, with that Dr. Doom mask. Eric Young. And then don't forget, next week we'll have, next Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be Deadline. Iron Survivor Challenge. Can't wait to see that. Eric Young in the ring. Here we go. I can't believe CM Punk is helping the OG Bloodline. I understand where you're coming from. But remember, CM Punk was the original wise man for... He was the original OG wise man for Punk was Heyman. Of course, he's going to bring him in. As I got the feed finally shown for TNA here. I don't know, my app was acting weird. I had to use it off my phone. All right, so you got couple competitors. Eric Young, we got the next competitor coming in. As he enters the ring, we got about a half hour before SmackDown begins. So a half hour before SmackDown begins, as we get the TNA coverage going on here for double feature here on the channel. So we're doing double watch along. We want to hear your thoughts here as Hammerstone coming into the ring next. So Hammerstone, Alec Hammerstone, my goodness, he is a specimen. I love to see him there as the hired gun for Tony D'Angelo and NXT to take on Obafemi. He had a hell of a match with Obafemi. For Alex Hammerstone, what a job there. And of course, I like that he's teaming up with Jake something. I think they got, no pun intended, I think they got something going on between those two. What's going on? Fairs a day of salute. So Dave Meltzer just gave an epic Kyle Fletcher Will Ospreay match at Full Gear last weekend. 5.25 stars deserved. I didn't see the match, to be honest with you. I'm not a big AEW guy, but from what I'm hearing, other than Dave Meltzer, the match was good. Again, I'm not gonna sit here and knock it, because it's not fair if I didn't watch it to sit here and knock it. I'm gonna be totally honest, and I guess I don't want to sound like I'm giving you the politically correct answer. I'm just being honest. I didn't see the match between Fletcher. If they got the 5.5 star, would you be surprised if a Will Hairspray match got you 5.5 stars? No. But here's one thing I am gonna push back though. I don't think Kyle Fletcher is the next Randy Orton. I hear a lot of people throwing that name out there, saying he's the next Randy Orton, yada, yada, yada. I don't think Kyle Fletcher is the next Randy Orton. He's just going to be the next Kyle Fletcher. Let him be him. It's just one little feud with Will Hairspray. Once that feud is over, let's see what's next for Kyle Fletcher. Can he spring him board? I know he got the victory over Hairspray. Now, does he catapult himself into a up-and-coming wrestler, or he's just going to have that mantle in 2024? Well, I beat Will Hairspray. Big, all right. Okay, what else you're going to do with it? It's up to creative to move along Kyle Fletcher into a title picture or in a main event situation. That's going to tell you if he's going to be the next supposedly Randy Orton. That's why I don't like when they throw that out there. Let him be Kyle Fletcher. Let him stamp Kyle Fletcher's name in All Elite Wrestling when it comes to that. So we'll see. We'll see what Kyle Fletcher, what they do with him. Remember, they do a lot of hot moments, and then the wrestler doesn't do anything. They don't do nothing at all with that wrestler, a la Warlord. He doesn't, where is he? You know, he had a good moment. They turned him off. And of course, two different type of wrestlers. I get it. But let's see what Kyle Fletcher does moving forward. And one thing you got to be encouraged of your Kyle Fletcher fan. He's got Don Callis as his manager. And I was talking about earlier how important managers are. Don Callis draws the heat necessary to put a guy like a Fletcher in a main event or in a world title picture. As we go, the Turkey Bowl begins as Joe Hendry comes out, and we get the brouhaha going. We got all the massive brouhaha, Eric Young and Hammerstone in the middle, in the center, and in the corner. You got Brian Myers and Rhino, Joe Hendry taking on Josh and beating him up in the ring. Here we go. I don't know if it's like a battle royal or what's the case here. No, it's not. So I don't know the real rules of the Turkey Bowl. So I apologize if I don't know the rules of this. This is the first time I'm seeing this, although they've been using this gimmick match here as Rhino, the War Machine in there. Let's go. Who's going to wear the turkey suit at the end of the night? Who's going to be the Jive Turkey of TNA tonight? European uppercut here. Is my girl Tiffany fighting tonight? Drew, I don't know if she is tonight. Good question. I believe tonight's card is going to not have her on. I think tonight's card has the men's advantage match, of course, that we want to see is Jacob Fatu versus Jey Uso for the advantage match up here. You're going to have the women's tournament continue for, of course, it's going to be the final leg of the triple threat with Last Legend stepping in for the one and only Jade Cargill. What's your thoughts, Drew, of Jade Cargill not being injured, really storyline related? I know. Well, do we see her on Saturday showing the footage of what happened? That's going to be something that has to happen for Saturday night's main event. If you're asking me, I think that's where we see Jade return with who attacked her, in my opinion. We'll figure that out. I'll figure out what the card is tonight right now. I had it down there, but I know I was doing some TNA. And Eric Young just opening up a can of whoop ass. I'll get you the card tonight. Jay ain't winning that match. I hope not. I hope so. I kind of want the baby faces to get I want the baby faces to get the advantage. Now I know that there's some spoilers, but please do not give the spoilers out. We know this was taped, so we ask to please, for those that haven't watched it, not to give out the spoilers. But here we go. So we got Roman Reigns and CM Punk sitting down to talk about War Games. That's something I want to look forward to. I'm looking forward to see that because I want to see what is said. Why is CM Punk there? What did the wise man do? I got to find out with the wise man. How the hell you knew your phone? How the hell did you know to bring CM Punk if your phone was disconnected? Of course, you probably watched the show. Why didn't you contact Roman? Why was your phone disconnected? Was that your phone? There's so many questions. Oh, there you go, Drew. Tiffany Stratton is your girlfriend. Oh, there you go. All right, so here's the card for tonight. You're going to have that sit down between Punk and Roman. You're going to have Cody Rhodes versus Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo don't miss. You got Jay. Of course, we had the War Games advantage match with Jey Uso, Jacob Fatu. You've got Last Legend in a triple threat versus Michin and Piper Niven for the tournament. And you have Andrade versus Shinsuke Nakamura, who is going to wrestle for that United States title on Saturday. And Cody is teasing a surprise for Saturday tomorrow. Main event. What's up, Randy? How are you? Jacob Fatu is in the building. Salute, Mr. Jacob Fatu in the building. Good evening to you as we got the Turkey Bowl going on here for TNA. So we got double coverage here as we're getting closer and closer to SmackDown, as everyone from the chat is starting to get livelier. We appreciate everyone. Oh, hey, by the way, Drew and Sam and Jacob, how was your Thanksgiving and fairly days. How was your Thanksgiving fairly days? I hope you guys enjoyed it. There you go. Jacob, I love you solo. There you go. Say it again for the people in the back. I love you solo. There you go. Everybody hearing, everybody heard that. Everything was good. That's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And it is now, 'tis the season. We are in the holiday season now. So happy holidays. Let's go. As we got, what we got going on here in TNA here. Double suplex now. They're going to double suplex in the center of the ring here. Hammerstone wants a piece of this. They're going to set something up. Hammerstone going to do this power bomb situation. Joe Hendry now. No, he breaks that up. What we got going on? Double suplex, Hammerstone and Joe Hendry. European uppercut by Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry now. Hammerstone. Oh, what a freaking chop by Hammerstone. These two guys are still wondering if they're going to superplex here in the middle of the ring, and they're going to change their minds. Oh, what a move by Rhino. Now Rhino, the War Machine, is coming in. Rhino is going to take opportunity. Rhino now is going to, and Rhino with one hand on his knees got a power bomb and Eric Young in a suplex. What a move. Man, 2024 went by fast. Say it again. Yes, in good riddance for 2024. I can't wait for 2025, a new fresh start. And what a tough year 2024 has been. Yeah. Yes, she will be there. Hey, Drew, let me ask this. Does she cash in on Nia Jax in the cage? Just imagine if Tiffany gets a cash in the War Games. Oh, my goodness. Just imagine. Oh, Joe Hendry now. Joe Hendry cleaning house. Oh, what a backdrop there. Joe Hendry pops up. Joe Hendry's on a house of fire. Scoops, he picks up. Fall away slam. He's holding. He's struggling. Did it look like he just went in slow motion, guys? And there's a fall away slam by Joe Hendry. Boy, it looked like he went in some slow motion. Joe Hendry now will turn around to the camera. Will he? Would he turn around? He's giving his hands up. And Joe Hendry, slow build. And he does turn around to the camera. Here we go. Standing ovation time. Nope. Oh, Joe Hendry got clothesline. Man, what a clothesline. Hammerstone now standing tall. Oh, Joe Hendry is in some trouble now. Oh, Rhino spears Hammerstone. We got chaos. We got chaos here in TNA. Chaos. Rhino now setting up. Rhino with another spear. Damn, that's a twirling spear by Rhino. Rhino is in, my goodness, but he took a spear. He took a spear going by. So it's a spear party right now from Brian Myers now. Brian Myers in control. Who's going to wear the turkey bowl suit tonight? Who's going to wear the suit? Joe Hendry. Oh, standing ovation. Myers goes down. Planted by Joe Hendry. Here's a pin. 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Hendry wins. And Myers will be wearing that turkey suit. I believe so. Joe Hendry now gets the turkey bowl suit, gets the turkey suit, and he's gobble, gobble, gobble. Make Myers wear it. Let's go. Wave your hands to side if you want to see Brian Myers wear the turkey suit. There we go. No, he says, I ain't wearing no turkey suit. You have to wear the turkey suit, you jive turkey. Oh, wait a minute. Rhino now. Belly to belly suplex Rhino. They didn't let Brian Myers leave the building. They didn't let him leave the ring. Are we going to get a spear? Joe Hendry now picks him up. Attitude adjustment. Yep, we got the attitude adjustment. My day was good, Drew. Thank you for asking. Day was really good. Had some nice turkey leftovers. Got to put my seat covers in my new vehicle. So very happy with that. And maybe be able to call some wrestling and be able to talk to you guys. Appreciative of that. Thankful for that. And now Myers is going to get speared. And he got speared by Rhino. My goodness. Myers, not a good Thanksgiving. You love Tiffany. Yes, Drew. We know that you. Wow. Yes. It's Tiffy time. Let me ask this, though. Drew, what do you love about Tiffany Strand that just takes it over the top? That it just takes you to that other level of love? Is it her ring ability? Is it the most prettiest moonsault? Or is it just she's just beautiful? What is it that gets you? Already snowing outside where I live. Wow. Nice. Enjoy that. Fortunately, it's raining where I'm at. They don't have snow in Florida, so we do not have snow in Florida, and especially in Central Florida. No snow in Central Florida. So beautiful. She is so beautiful. That's okay. As we got about 15 minutes before SmackDown begins, we got a Rosemary promo in the back. She's cutting a promo in the back of Turning Point while we wait for the USA Network to finish with the Grinch before the WWE SmackDown begins. She's getting on the mic and she's pretty funny. Rosemary is great. Rosemary, again, wouldn't be surprised, not yet, by next year, if she continues on this trajectory of impressiveness, she will be TNA Knockouts champion. Maybe it might be a short stint. Wouldn't be surprised one bit if Rosemary holds the TNA Knockouts title in 2025. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. After, I don't know if she'll take it off of Masha Slamovich. Maybe the champion in between, but you never know. We've been together for a day. That's good, Drew. Nice. As Rosemary cuts a promo, we got 14 minutes before SmackDown begins on this beautiful Black Friday double feature of wrestling. So 2 for the price of 1. Combo stream. We're going to be hardcore. We'll take them both, the way Tommy Dreamer says. I had a good Thanksgiving. Thank you, Drew. I really appreciate you asking that. Thank you. Most of my immediate family, my wife and my children. We had Thanksgiving. My older son helped my wife cook, which was a blessing. It was beautiful. He did the rice. He did the meats. That was nice to see them, and it was good to see the camaraderie as family together. You can never put a price on being together with your family, because remember, you were here today and gone tomorrow. And every moment that you can spend with family, it's always a valuable situation. That's why I value you guys. You guys are my internet family, my YouTube watch along family, and I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate your time that we spent together watching along. So thank you guys. The same way I appreciated having that with my immediate extended family, I appreciate spending time with you guys as my watch along family. Loved it. Oh gosh, my cat is on my TV. Hold on. Meow. What's the cat's name, Kaylee? Maybe he wants to get shouted out. His name, we'll shout him out. I think Liv Morgan is going to lose tomorrow. You think her team is going to look? Oh, I appreciate it. You think Liv Morgan will lose to her? You think her team is going to lose tomorrow? It'll be interesting who wins that WarGames matchup. You have to tune in because I think we're going to do a prediction show later tonight after hours. Ah, he said, kidding. He said, kidding. Now, everyone's going bananas and crazy for the movie Wicked. I kind of want to see it. I can't wait to see it personally. I don't know if you got to watch it yet. I heard it was really good. I hear a lot of people a little sick or tired of it, but I'm not. I want to kind of see it. I'm a big Wizard of Oz guy. Always been a big Wizard of Oz guy. I kind of want to see this extended story with them. Here we go. Moose. So we have Moose versus Laredo Kid here. X Division title coming out. This pay-per-view is going pretty fast here for TNA right now. All right. As with Tiffany, there you go. Tricks. The cat's name is Tricks. There you go. Oh, salute to Tricks. Mr. or Mrs. Tricks. So salute Tricks. With Tiffany on her team, I will win. There you go. She will win. There you go. And if you go to FanDuel, you'll be able to put a bet. I believe there's a betting odds on who will win that Royal Rumble WarGames matchup. Who will get the pin? Who will be entry number 1? Who will be entry number 5? All those things. You could be able to remember bet responsibly though. All right, so Laredo Kid in the ring. Moose taking his time, getting in the ring now. The X Division champion, Moose. As the title is being showcased in the air. That movie sounds good. It does, right? Wicked. I kind of want to see it myself. I am a big Wizard of again. Growing up watching The Wizard of Oz, I used to be scared of the Cowardly Lion. Hey, I could admit it. I was so scared of the Cowardly Lion when he would come up. And he was the Cowardly Lion. I was scared of the Cowardly Lion. Go figure. We go put him up. Should be scared when he would. Yeah. Isn't that ironic? It's funny. All right, but we get the match going now. Laredo Kid and Moose. Moose now. This if you look at this match, like this should be light work for Moose. Again, let's see how they tell the story in this Light the Wizard Championship here. As Laredo Kid and I like what Laredo Kid is doing. He's kicking the hamstring and the legs of Moose. Attack the legs, a body part, where you're going to take down the big guy, chop his trunks. And Laredo Kid and Moose just says, enough with the flip-flopping crap. You're not going to walk the ropes. I'm just going to push you off and make you go into the road. I love that from Moose. Good psychology there. You're not flip-flopping. This ain't no commander crap. This ain't no. You're fighting against Moose. I love it. Do you have a favorite wrestler? Currently right now, I'm a big Braun Breaker fan. I love Braun Breaker. Braun is my favorite. He, to me, Brunson Steiner is my favorite right now. All time, there's so many different all time. I could say if I liked the classic era or the golden age, of course, who's not going to be a Hulkamaniac? Just all that pomp and circumstances. As I got older, Shawn Michaels, getting into the wrestling, watching wrestling, seeing the psychology, the overcoming, the wrestling, the Iron Man matches. Who's not going to love a Shawn Michaels? it changes from different wrestlers as the era of wrestling. John Cena, I love John Cena. I know people hated him and didn't like him. Now he's retiring. Everybody wants to give him his proper love fest. I love John Cena, Roman Reigns, what he's done here. But right now, Braun Breaker to me is the future. As Moose attacking Laredo Kid, slow pace, methodical. Mine is Tiffany and Mariah May. But if you want to categorize women wrestling, if you want to go with the individual women, man, I never thought about separating the men and women. But if we're gonna go that route, I gotta say my favorite women wrestler right now it's gonna have to be Bianca Belair. And I said it on the stream last time. When have you seen a really bad Bianca Belair match where it goes, oh my god, that match was boring, or was choppy, or botchy, or wasn't emotionally invested? I think Bianca Belair to me is the best right now. With all her the way she has not put on a bad match. An all-time favorite. It's hard to say because of the evolution and the growth of the women's wrestling. It's hard to go back and look because I know people like Trish and Lita. They were pioneers, but you can't underestimate or undervalue what a Mickie James brought to the wrestling business, because Mickie James had to do it as well in the era of bra and panties and sex appeal, and be a professional wrestler. And she was a hell of a wrestler even in that era where she had to do it in bra and panties. Mickie James is very underrated, doesn't get the proper respect or admiration that she deserves as one of the top Mount Rushmore women, personally. But to each his own on that one. One of my favorites is Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio, for what he's done and breaking that stereotype wall that the WWE had. If you're not 7 foot, if you're not 6'4" and up, you're not going to hold that world title. You're going to be reluctant to the United States World Championship or the Intercontinental title. Vince doesn't see you as this big monster to push behind. And Rey Mysterio was the guy that broke that stereotype. And also Eddie Guerrero, and helped usher the Chris Jericho and all those wrestlers in that era. The way Mysterio fought and wrestled, the masked luchador to be a world champion. That's another one. So Rey Mysterio, I can see where you like Rey Mysterio. Do you think Sky Blue will return? I don't know. Blue Velvet? No, Sky Blue. Oh yeah, Sky Blue is the one from AEW, right? I thought you were talking about no. Yeah, she's gonna return. She's gonna be back, and she should be back from injury in a couple of months. Yes. She's the one out of Chicago. Yes, for AEW, yes. Oh yeah, she's too young and too talented not to return. I'm thinking it was Blue Velvet. Drew, I got Blue Velvet and Sky Blue mixed up. So I apologize with that. Thinking of TNA, no. But Sky Blue will return. That's Bianca has good matches. I don't think I think I can name one bad one. No, none of her matches were bad. And every moment that she's been on the big stage, when Bianca and Sasha Banks headlined at WrestleMania, that was a memorable moment. That match delivered. Bianca and her matches delivered so many good moments. And that's why I think Bianca to me is the GOAT, the great, I know people like to say Charlotte, the horsewomen, Bailey, Sasha, and, but I think it's Bianca right now. Be honest with you guys. You have to give her credit. Bianca, I think, is the best. To me personally, is the best women wrestler. Haven't put a bad match. She's been always a baby face. She did her heel run in NXT, which I think propelled her to become a hell of a baby face in the main roster. and Bianca Belair she's the it factor. She is the EST. As Laredo Kid now working on Moose on the turnbuckle. Laredo Kid, what's he going to set him up with, a Hurricanrana? He does set him up with a Hurricanrana. Moose holds on. Moose is too strong and too smart. Did not get and held on to the rope. Now Moose going in rarefied air. What does NXT means? They're next. They're the next generation. Oh, Spanish Fly. Yo, Laredo Kid executed a Spanish Fly on Moose. Beautiful move. Let me put a piece of candy in. And Laredo Kid gets a near fall too. We got 4 minutes before SmackDown begins. Again, I wish Turning Point would have more better lighting, guys. I wish they had a better lighting tonight. Laredo Kid going to the top rope. He's going to go for the 450 splash. Moose gets the knees up. So Moose having a battle here with Laredo Kid. Moose now. Oh, he got him with that. He got him with the spear. The Moose spear. Here we go. Some Moose crossing. He got him with the Moose knuckle. He's going to set him up. And now with another Hardy Moose knuckle. This should be over. 1, 2. Yep. Put him in a body bag, Johnny. It's over. So we got the title defense there, although in a very entertaining match with Laredo Kid. It wasn't a squash. It wasn't a one-sided match. Laredo Kid got some offense in. He got a great Spanish Fly from the top rope on Moose. So it made the X Division champion cut a little bit of a sweat there, and he retains his title. As we got 3 minutes before SmackDown begins. We got Steve Macklin versus Josh Alexander is next, ladies and gentlemen, in a no disqualification match. No DQ. This Monday night, Batista will be returning to Raw. But so good to hear the Hollywood superstar Drax Batista will be making an appearance. As they showed the promo or the vignette between the Norman Armory beating up and Steve Macklin getting tie wrapped with his hands behind his back. We've seen Josh Alexander becoming a tirade, attacking. They got that promo as we're about a minute away before SmackDown begins. As the Grinch cutting the holiday ham. You're watching on the USA Network. Who's first tomorrow? Don't know, Drew. I don't know which match kicks off. It might be the United States title. It could be the Intercontinental title matchup. It could be either one of those. I don't know if they go full. I don't know if they go, or maybe the women's WarGames match. I don't know because they got a lower and I mean that's just a flip of a switch up and down the cage. Don't know. Who would you like it? Let me ask this: who would you like to see opening up the WarGames Survivor Series whole entire premium live event tomorrow night? I'll ask that question as SmackDown is about to begin, guys. As we got Turning Point. You want the women to start off with Tiffany Stratton, but then she's gone off the TV screen. That will probably go for about 45 minutes, and then that's it. No more Tiffany. SmackDown's about to begin. They'll probably go into the promo of last week's. Waiting for Turning Point. Of course, we got with the Solo Sikoa's bloodline. I love the fact that Big Brunson Reed is part of this. I really enjoy seeing Big Brunson Reed part of the bloodline. He just fits. He just looks perfect. They're going with the recap, of course, for Roman, call the wise man, and getting you acclimated. They're going by all the people that could it be. Could it be Cody Rhodes? No, that's old news. Drew wants Liv Morgan to win. Don't trust Sami Zayn, guys. Remember the phone. It's funny how Solo Sikoa wants them to join him. He don't want to really fight them. Just join them. Just let me be the tribal chief and stand by my side. Let me call the shot. There's Paul Heyman. I like how Steve Macklin comes out with full face paint. Of course, showing us CM Punk. I like how Punk came out ready with the tape wrapped around, and they went to war. Let's go. Of course, they're showing the replay here. Superman punch, the super kick on Brunson Reed, Superman punch, and then of course Punk and Sami Zayn got him out, and then of course the over the top rope spot, the go to sleep, and the spear, and then Roman and Punk. What are you doing here? And the people love it because you hear them cheering CM Punk. Everybody lift their hands up in the air. Punk put his go to sleep signal. And let's go. The sit down tonight. Punk, Roman with the wise man as the mediator. I love it. I saw the visual here. I can't wait to see that. The man advantage here going for tonight. We are in SmackDown. We're also got TNA going on right now. Of course, they're going through the card right now. Of course, all through the different card. And there we go. Opening contest. Bianca Belair is coming out right now. So speaking of Bianca, we were talking about her earlier. And here is the EST, one half of the tag team champions. Of course, now her team is coming out. Here's Naomi. And she's all in black, ladies and gentlemen. Io Sky. So we're getting all the female war game competitors coming out. The Genius of the Sky. Here we go. Here's Bailey. Look at Bailey. Looking all curvy. Wow. And Rhea Ripley. Here is Rhea Ripley, baby. Come on, TNA. I'm getting my TNA app is slowing down for some reason. It must be because I'm watching Raw. I want to let you guys know what's going on with Macklin and Alexander. What a victory for Josh Alexander at Bloodsport. Josh Barnett's Bloodsport beating Mike B-Ball Bailey. All right, they're talking about how Bailey became a member of the group. Nia Jax versus Bianca on Monday Night Raw. Here we go. Oh, come on. So it looked like Bailey coming out to help Bianca getting that advantage, men fences, because now Bailey is part of the group. So it's going to be Liv, Raquel, Nia, Tiffany, Candice taking on, of course, the ladies that are in the ring right now from Bailey, Naomi, Rhea, Bianca, and Io Sky. Got the mommy chants going. What's going on, Joe? Yeah, we got a good matchup between Josh Alexander and Steve Macklin. Got a table being pulled out here by the Walking Weapon. How you been, Joe? How was your Thanksgiving, Joe? There you go. Rhea Ripley saying War Games. And these guys are fighting on the outside. Macklin with that war paint, that crossbone. If you know about Marvel Universe, he's got that crossbone makeup, white, of course, with the skeleton. Of course, he's out there taking on the Walking Weapon. They got Rhea Ripley. And of course, there we go. There you go. Thanksgiving was good. God, it's done. Laugh out loud. Hope your family had to go. Yeah. This dude, the walking wiener right now. There you go. Josh Alexander. There you go, Joe. Yeah, he won his match. The walking wiener beat Josh Speedball Mike Bailey at the Bloodsport in a hell of a match. That was his final Bloodsport because he's not doing independent wrestling no more. He retired as the ladies continue to cut a promo in the ring. Talking about one of them took out Jade. Bianca really upset about who beat up Jade. There you go. And now we get the heels. Liv's music. Watch me. Yes, her boyfriend is Ludwig Kaiser. I hate to burst your bubble, Drew, but she's dating Ludwig Kaiser. She actually lives with him. Is this show from WrestleCade? Yes, Joe. This is from the same arena. WrestleCade is going to be there. It looks dark, though. WrestleCade is it's dark. And look at the ladies. Look at Tiffany. That's your girl, Tiffany. She's wearing the the farmer's girl stuff here. Naya. Look at Tiffy. It's Tiffy time. Naya stirring the pot. I love it. Go ahead, Naya. Yeah, Tiffany Stratton. Oh, Naomi. Yeah, I'm gonna watch SmackDown till I heard it was taped. Just took the results. Didn't seem good. You're watching Survivor Series. Yes, we'll be doing the watch along tomorrow, Joe. We'll be here doing the watch along tomorrow night of the Survivor Series. But right now, Steve Macklin and the Walking Weapon, or like you like to call him, the Walking Wiener, Josh Alexander, in a big no disqualification match. So far, Turning Point has been a really good pay-per-view. Their opening contest to me was a freaking 10. A 9 out of 9, 9.5, 10 between Mike Ortiz, Mike Santana. I keep calling him Ortiz. Mike Santana versus Frankie Kazarian. Excuse me on that one. Phenomenal job, and these guys right now are beating the hell out of each other in this no DQ match. As Steve Macklin comes out with the crossbone, from Marvel with the makeup, white face, love it. And of course, now we got a trash can being involved here. They're beating the hell out of each other. And the ladies here for tomorrow WarGames are going in the promo battle right now. What's going on, Ishmael? I'm not going to lie. TNA has a very impressive roster. I realistically defining better than All Elite Wrestling. Right now, you know why you like it? Because TNA gives you storylines with their matches. There is a storyline between Alexander and Macklin. Every match, even though sometimes they might be a small budget wise or whatever the case is, they're giving you storyline related to their matches. We know Joe Henry's pursuit of winning a title, the way Moose won that X Division with the storyline there, Laredo Kid. You've got so many different storylines, and that's why TNA is hitting it out of the park, and they continue to grow month after month. Who is Nemeth putting up the title against? I didn't watch last night. My Dolphins were off. Of course, blew it. He is taking on Eddie Edwards. But here's the story about Eddie Edwards. You might think Nemeth might win this title, and he might. Remember, Frankie Kazarian still has your call your shot trophy. So the night, even if he beats Eddie Edwards, might not be over. It might be a Frankie Kazarian cash-in. He has that cup that you could call your shot at any champion at any time. And if you could call his shot tonight, when Nick Nemeth, let's say he has a rough one against the system with JDC, Moose, Myers, if they come out and they have they beat him down numbers game, boom, there you have a cash in. You never know, as all the ladies now are going at it. Bruja stepping up here with all 5 women. Yeah, all 10 women, excuse me. 5-on-5 teams here. And all hell is breaking loose. I like the undercard guys too. Jake something and guy with Hammerstone remind me of Hercules and Paul Roman. Yes, indeed, good one there. This guy, Jake something, looks just like freaking Hercules Hernandez. Looks just like him. Hammerstone just looks phenomenal. Looks like a cross between Shane Douglas. It was great. Shane Douglas and just some kind of monster, a big powerhouse there. Shane Douglas on steroids. It looks phenomenal as they break the ladies up. Fresco, what's going on? I hope your Thanksgiving was good. Que volá hacer, que como que vuelta como estado. Todo bien. I hope you're doing good. Thanksgiving was great, Papa. Thanksgiving was great. Ahora con andule, ya tú sabes. Pavo, no pernil, pavo. So we had pavo. You know how it goes. I don't know. Would it surprise you if he's Hercules Hernandez's son? I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if they, if I'll tell you one thing, Ismail. if Vince McMahon was still in control, if he were to sign a Jake something, he'll put that a story. And that's the son of Hercules Hernandez, pal. Todo bien, tú sabes, aquí con la familia comiendo. Eso es bueno, eso es bueno, eso es bueno. A mí lo que me faltó was to play some domino. That's it. I'll be honest with you. Eso es lo que me faltó. Pues mis hijos juegan a vez en cuando, pero no jugamos domino. That's the only thing I missed yesterday. What is going on? Christopher Dan. BX, who got the turkey suit? None other than Brian Myers. Brian Myers. Haha. I can see Vince doing that. You know that, pal. You know that, pal. It smells like money. There you go, damn Drew. Oh, damn. He just hit. Right now, Alexander's just beating up on Macklin. He has his legs on the rope and just hitting him with objects across his knees. So this is a no disqualification between the Walking Weapon and Mr. Steve Macklin. And Walking Weapon now. Is he going to set him up for the C4 spike? Let me see. Hit him. Hit me. Steve Macklin battling here. Macklin on it, just fighting with all the wits as the war paint starting to wear off a little bit on him. And he's working on the knee, telling the story as Josh Alexander continue to work on the knee as SmackDown has a commercial break. But we're keeping an eye on Turning Point. Double duty, double feature, combo stream that only the Heel of the Ring, because the podcast on the Sports Jedi Network could do. Let's go. He is walking, but can he wrestle? That's the question. He will tell us. Liv Morgan is my WWF Women's Champion. There you go. Acknowledge her. What's your opinion, Mike Bailey? On Mike Bailey, like him too. I love his finisher, the C4 spike. With the Walking Weapon, with Mike Bailey on Speedball, I wish he would have not left TNA. I understand he's going to make more money. I get it for Mike Speedball Bailey to make more money. TNA, I don't think was going to offer him that contract that he's looking for. But here's one thing. He fits what TNA is. The X Division, he's the face of TNA along with Josh Alexander. I would hate for him to get lost in the shuffle in AEW. I'm happy that he's going to make a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. But he's just going to be showcased a couple of times on Dynamite. Off to Collision you go, and he's gonna main event Rampage. How many times we're gonna see him go up against the likes of Ricochet, Commander, Hologram? That's pretty much. Wouldn't surprise me if Tony Khan makes a championship, a la for that kind of weight class, like a lightweight or something. Wouldn't surprise one bit if Tony Khan comes up with a title to accentuate that kind of talent. Wouldn't be surprised. Speedball, what hurt him was on the microphone, but man, he could go. He have had last year's match of the year for TNA, this year match of the year. He's just one of those type of guys. But man, I wish I was there when she won. I heard Speedball left that because TNA Sorry Days will be kind of like WWE or AW Farm Club, kind of going up to one of those to make money. He's gonna make money. Don't get me wrong, Joe. And I keep saying it. And I know a guy on Twitter doesn't like when I say this. I know he threw some shots at me on X, not directly to me, but indirect about WWE. I'm tired of people saying WWE's gonna buy TNA. It looks like it. Don't resist. It looks like TNA is going to be under the WWE umbrella or the TKO umbrella. And for Speedball to leave and Mustafa Ali to not to return, that's why it's interesting to see with Nick Nemeth if he drops the title. I don't think Nick Nemeth has any interest in working for TKO in the WWE. I think at the end of the year, they're going to announce that WWE or TKO has purchased TNA. That's just me. I'm sticking with it. I could be totally wrong, but that's just I've been saying that since January of last year. Mike Speedball Bailey gives me that Daniel LaRusso Karate Kid. Yeah, that's what our partner here, Miss Canary, calls him, her Karate Kid. She calls Speedball Belly her Karate Kid. And yeah, that's what she says. And of course he does. I mean, I wish he would have gotten a chance to work with WWE. Hopefully he gets a lot of time in TNA and AEW. I hope he does excel. I hope he becomes the face of the company there, to be honest with you. I think TNA is better than AEW now. I hope AEW doesn't bring up the Cruiserweight title, X Division title. AEW has too many belts. Everyone says that about that, Joe. But would them? That's why I say, would it surprise you if he makes like a championship for just to showcase, to give them meaning? Because you got the Continental Championship, I believe, right? You got the Continental Champion where they have a tournament coming out. Then you have the In-Atlantic Championship. They got. Wouldn't be surprised if they make another title. I wouldn't be one bit surprised. Or Mike Speedball Belly relegates to a Ring of Honor world title, Ring of Honor television title. You never know. And we got Andrade taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. So Nakamura, who's going to wrestle tomorrow for the United States World Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be your United States World Champion come tomorrow night. After Survivor Series is concluded. Wouldn't surprise me one bit, because this is Nakamura's first match since April on WWE TV. So I would not be one bit surprised if he's becomes United States World Champion. Yeah, this is the ultimate babyface. He is a babyface. Yo, me too. I think TNA is good, in a good spot, and I like both their men's division and women's division. I agree with you on that. Although I would like TNA to get more women, just a couple more women out in the because right now they're going to get thinner, because I believe Jordynne Grace will be exiting TNA, going to WWE. Her contract is up at 2025. I would like to definitely have more women. They have Indy Hartwell at the 90 days are up. Would it be a good person to bring in? Tegan Knox will help out at TNA to get more TV time, more reps, bring her in, into TNA. You could bring some of these women in. You could definitely see that. Joe, I don't think TNA sells outright to TKO Group. I think it's kind of what they're doing at collaboration is more involved with next year, like a few TNA wrestlers, and will be at the Rumble. Okay, but I still think I'm going on a limb. That's just me. I hope TNA wrestlers Rumble, not women. All right, not just the women. Yeah, but I think it's that because remember last year they were going to start calling their pay-per-views premium live events. They were using verbiage and cadence that sounded very WWE. I'm just putting the cookie crumbs together, or the scent of it. That's just my hunch. There's nothing in concrete. There's nothing saying that they're looking to purchase. The only reason why I go by that, Joe, that I think TKO, also Anthem, who owns TNA, owns Invicta FC. Invicta FC is their women's ultimate fighting or combat sports federation, where if TKO purchased that with them, now with the UFC and Invicta FC, that's like a women's minor league for UFC to have another location, another fighting combat sport where they could get more talent to fight at Invicta FC and market it, kind of alongside the UFC. So that's why I put the cookie crumbs together, and I kind of see and I make that kind of a guess on that. So just me. We need big guys like Kane Khan Bundy, Andre the Giant, both in the WWE and TNA. I agree with you on that, but right now I don't know if they're transitioning well in the wrestling business. Obafemi has been a big guy, like you wrote, that you're excited about. Absolutely. Omos, we'd like to see Omos being used and being showcased at that big monster that he is. I can't wait for Morgan to get home tonight. Oh, you go. Hey now. It's Friday night too. Just make sure you have the RNA waiting. Those shows, laugh out loud. Omos, me too. Yeah. What do you mean? Oh yeah, those are shells. Those are gun shells. Yeah, I'm getting it right now on my stream as I look at my TNA screen. Joe, those are shells. Those are empty shells. As Andrade going to go for a moonsault, and he does, and he nails Nakamura on the outside. Andrade takes out Shinsuke, and is it a wise here, 24 hours here to take this match? And what a drop kick by Andrade that knocked Nakamura and into the moonsault, and they're going in a commercial break here. Man. Yeah, Omos is one there. See if they could bring some big wrestlers into the WWE. You know, I think they're have the big man. I like to see Omos get used more, but I think he is training more and always loved the big guy like the Giant Gonzalez or Psycho Sid, my favorite big man. Sid, very underrated big man. Sid was very underrated, awesome. Even his look, his demeanor. Giant Gonzalez was a little bit of a stiff. I know you could like him. I wasn't bothered with him. They had Harvey Whipple to cut his promos. That was okay. But then when the bell rang, he was a little too stiff. It is what it was. It wasn't. Thank God it wasn't a long run for Gonzalez. But I understand. If I'm not mistaken, Omos is taller than Andre the Giant at his peak. I probably think you're correct. I couldn't. I always thought Great Khali was going to be a great WWE until he got in the ring. The Great Khali was very, very menacing. And he still, like you said, until the bell rang, then what? I think Omos is better than Great Khali in the ring. Just put this one. Undertaker speaks highly of Omos. As well as that match and a very underrated match that no one really wants to talk about was that match in Puerto Rico with Omos and Seth Rollins. That was a very good match. His WrestleMania match Omos had was a good match. He is very underrated, Omos. I think he's really good. I thought the Great Khali was going to be a great champion. He got into the ring. Great Khali was chops and throws. That's it. Yeah, that's all he was. But Omos could go. I kind of want to see Jordynne, a.k.a. Omos, get more opportunities in the WWE. As we saw in NXT, Ava got knocked by Eddie Thorpe. Let's say they bring, Omos as her bodyguard. I mean, give him something to do in NXT as a bodyguard for Ava where no one gets close. That'd be interesting. Also, we need another big boss man in wrestling business. He was one of the most baddest wrestlers with the nice stick, and he was so badass, man. Big boss man, John Cena. I mean, those days, I don't know if they could do those gimmick type of characters these days, man. A boss man, what a hell of a wrestler. Rich Swann. The last I heard about Rich Swann, Joe, he had to leave TNA and go to alcohol rehab. I don't know where he's at in his severity, where he's at in recovery with Rich Swann. I don't know if he completed his, 12 step, if he's done, if he's ready to go back in the ring competitor, or if he's gone from TNA. I don't know about that with Rich Swann, but he is pulled because of his sobriety. That's why Casey Navarro has taken his place in first class going forward. So hopefully Rich Swann gets his life together. A very good in-ring competitor. And of course, Chris Bay is injured due to his neck injury. Yeah, what happened to Willie Mack? These days, always liked him in Lucha. He's part of a Ring of Honor. I think Willie Mack is part of Ring of Honor. I think he's with Ring of Honor, and he's getting paid to stay home if he's not on Ring of Honor on your TV screen on Thursday nights, I think it is, for Ring of Honor, or for All Elite Wrestling for the Con Man, and he's just getting paid to do nothing. I thought that was Bay or whatever. This was him. No, Rich Swann, but good that you mentioned him. You probably see him against Chris Bay versus Rich Swann in a match. Yeah, Willie Mack on Ring of Honor, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know with Ismail, when I don't know about the Ring of Honor, with how their contracts are, if they're exclusively for Ring of Honor and they can wrestle independent. Those AEW contracts are weird and funny. So I know he was with them there. So I don't know where he's at currently. He could be on a short deal. He could be on a deal with them. So who knows where Willie Mack really. So last I saw him was there. Oh, this is the guy who got serious. Yes, he got hurt. He got really hurt his neck. They got a GoFundMe going on. And look at Andrade with the double moonsault hit. Nakamura 2 almost got the near victory. And if that's doing nothing in TNA, pick him up. I think if they could bring him, they could. So I think he is not with them. I think he is not a free agent. If not, they will bring him up. Liv Morgan is the best girlfriend you could ever ask for. Drew, oh, nice. I think TNA are underrated too. I think they're all right. Yeah, TNA, they keep selling out houses. They keep growing. The right move for those Hardy Boys to re-sign with them in the company. They re-signed with TNA after the 6 months agreement is up. That's a great move for the Hardy Boys. And I know people want to kind of crap on it, say where they're going to go. Like, really, they had nowhere really to go. But that's okay if they did or didn't have nowhere to go. That was a smart move to stay in TNA. They draw the houses. People want to from TNA. Oh, Andrade almost had a near fin on Nakamura. They draw houses. They stay afterwards for the meet and greet. People want to see the Hardy Boys here in 2004, heading 2005. They're still a fan favorite to want to take pictures. And it's also giving purpose for Jeff Hardy to stay sober and clean and taking advantage of a second chance or maybe his last chance in professional wrestling. And you know what? He looks like he's not squandering it. Why not? Finish a legendary Hall of Fame career in TNA, and maybe you probably go on a short run for the WWE. No problem. Bring him in. So I'm glad that they're staying there. You know what? I asked that same question. Ever since TNA changed back their name, they became real good, and they need more of. I don't know where Crazy Steve is. I don't know I haven't seen Crazy Steve since he dropped the digital media title. So I don't know if he's still with the company or not. Crazy Steve was a really good wrestler. I like his matches with Tommy Dreamer. With Crazy Steve. I'm glad that Sami Callihan has stayed and returned to TNA. I like Sami Callihan as well. So they got some good stuff there. If TNA can get a decent TV deal and get off of Access and get a bigger network, I agree. Here's the one thing though. As Andrade goes into the ropes and misses with a double knee, Nakamura just took the turnbuckle out. That was smart by Shinsuke Nakamura. Here's the thing, Joe. Access is owned by the parent company of TNA, Anthem. It's not costing them that much money to put TNA on TV there for them. If that was the case, I would want them to go live every week. Go live then, which they're going to do with Genesis, I believe, going forward in 2025. If they were to go live and create enough buzz, people will look to tune in as Nakamura gets the victory, as he gets Andrade with the turnbuckle exposed. They protected Andrade in this match, which I love because he took the turnbuckle. Andrade knocked himself with the turnbuckle, and Nakamura gets the victory, which protects Andrade, and also Nakamura gets an important victory heading towards LA Knight's United States World Title. That's a double check. That's having your cake and eating it too, what they just did in WWE. If TNA could get Matt Riddle, will be great to get. You know what, Trent? I kind of like that. Matt Riddle and TNA will bring some credit, some more eyeballs, credibility. He'll get into some more TV time. Indeed. And I thought Mustafa Ali leaving the company too fast was a disservice for him. He was getting a lot of television time. He was champion. He was very important. And here comes LA Knight now. LA Knight, he got mist in the eyes here. Nakamura just had it smooth, calm, collective. He got him with the black mist. So the black mist into LA Knight's, my goodness. He looked like he was going for a copy machine, and it just exploded on him. Nakamura with the black mist. Sorry, I can't stand Jeff Hardy. I like Broken Matt for a minute. Yeah, I'm over the Hardys. Okay. But right now they're making advantage. TNA goes to Amazon since HBO is taking TNA and Netflix to WWE. What do you think? Ishmael, I could see TNA going to Fox. Fox wants a wrestling company. that look like they're even desperate enough to put Shockwave or Rampage, rename it. But I don't know. I mean, I would like to see that. Yeah, it's a new show for TNA. Genesis is a new show for TNA. I'm saying if TKO buys TNA, then yeah, that's a good one. Or they might even go to Netflix. Or even Peacock. Give Peacock a bone. Because Peacock put TNA on Peacock. Why not? They have good relationship with Universal and with the USA Network. Or even put, USA Network might want to have a show on Thursday on the USA Network. You could put TNA in there. Why not? When it goes live, anything could happen. TNA on Pluto is on Pluto now. Pluto is free. Watching it, fell asleep like Slammiversary. Oh my goodness! Another guy that in TNA I'm interested is Trent Seven. Trent Seven is a really good heel. Slammiversary 2006. That's going back. Now Zachary Wentz is announcing that Trey Miguel could not make it. Zachary Wentz could not. Trey Miguel had travel issues, so they're gonna have a mystery partner. And my stream keeps lagging, guys. If you know who the mystery partner is for Trey Miguel, can you let us know? Because right now he said he made a phone call. USA Network getting TNA be good. It would be great. It will be great for TNA. Matt Riddle, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you hit it on the money. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Riddle is in TNA right now. And we were just talking about it. The chat was talking about it. So Zachary Wentz made a phone call. Trey Miguel has some travel issues, could not make it, and he calls a buddy, none other than the bro, Matt Riddle in TNA. It's about time. And we were just bringing that up. I don't know if you knew about it. If you did, who gives a crap? I'm going to give you credit for bringing Matt Riddle's name up. And we were just talking about that would be a great more television time. Wow, Matt Riddle, bro. So Matt Riddle. Super jobber. This dude sucks. Hey, but he needs that TV time. Maybe in TNA, he could be, shown more on television. At the end of the day, Matt Riddle was still a draw for WWE with his work with Randy Orton. That whole gimmick with him, it might work for TNA. They need that kind of former WWE star power in Matt Riddle. It might help him. Oh yeah, they said it was Matt Riddle back. I don't have the audio, Trent. So I apologize. I don't have the audio in my to hear what's going on. I'm just letting you know as I see it. So if they did say it, okay. But Matt Riddle in TNA, another good one to add to the roster. Let's just hope he signs for them for about 6 months first. See how that works out, and maybe he could stay longer there. Good to see Matt Riddle. Hopefully he finds a home. I'm not a big, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm happy he's in TNA. I'm not going to be hypocritical. I'm with you. I can't stand Matt Riddle. I'm not going to be, and people that know me. I don't like Matt Riddle. I think, but when it comes to business, I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to business and to the landscape of TNA with their men and any wrestlers, he fits perfect. He's going to get the proper television time in ring on a major television company in TNA for Matt Riddle, and he's going to help them. Just because I don't like him and I can't stand him doesn't mean that he's not going to help TNA. I don't like him. I'm going to be honest with you, but I think he's a good get for TNA wrestling. Perfect addition for them. Yeah, he's definitely perfect for TNA. Yeah. I agree with you. Oh my God. Yeah, Christopher. Yes. Do you think heel Trent 7 reminds you of Greg Valentine? Ooh. Yo, I got to look at that. I got to see more rest. You know what, Ismail? I got to see how Trent 7 wrestles more as the heel. Remember, it's a small sample size of Trent 7 as a heel right now. I got to see his psychology and the way he wrestles. You got a good point. He could wrestle like a Greg the Hammer Valentine or Porn-Orndorff. Porn-Orndorff was a little more power. I could see more where you could push towards a Greg Valentine. If you're, I like where you're coming with that. Keep it coming with that. I love that. I like that one. I like to think, and I like to compare that side by side with those greats. Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them all. I've seen them. I've been watching the product since 1983, right before the WrestleMania 1, when Hogan beats the Sheik. I was getting into wrestling there. My grandfather, little kid, got me into wrestling and watching that WrestleMania 1 and watching it from there, the Golden Age. So I like that. I like that you're making me think there. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is perfect for them. He's good, mid-card guy, top guy in TNA to beat. Yes. Yep. Yeah, his size too. Absolutely. Trent Seven is good as a heel. He is. He's much more intriguing. Trent Seven as a babyface, you kind of need Mustache Mountain. You're gonna need his partner, Tyler Bates. We got Ciampa and Gargano in the back. Yeah, man. Valentine, always a favorite of mine. Valentine was a hell of a worker. Still wrestles, I believe. I still think he goes in the ring still. Limited, but yeah. BX, you saw Christopher's comment. Yes, I did. NXT has a partnership. How with TNA, Matt Riddle could show up. You know what? I never thought about that. You're right. Bro. Craig Valentine, I know he's a legend, but when I saw Valentine, when I started, was watching him in the 90s. He was a fat slubby who always lost. But here's the thing. Valentine before that, when he was together with Brutus the Barber Beefcake, they were one tag. They were, I believe they were the Dream Team, if I'm not mistaken. That he was, before that, Intercontinental Champion for the WWE or WWF at that time. This guy, Valentine, his matches in the NWA with Ric Flair, legendary. If you look for the territories, when you talk Craig the Hammer Valentine, he is not no jobber. This guy, yeah. Vince, of course, saw a decline and made him lose a couple matches. He was putting talent over. He was helping putting talent over in the mid-90s. Early in the mid-90s, he was helping the younger talent get over, but he was great. He was, yeah. Joe Valentine in 91, he was the Iron Man in the Rumble, though. And his feud with Tito Santana for that. Yeah, those were legendary. That was legendary. He actually took the figure 4 leg lock from Ric Flair. They had some legendary matches. Those matches, Valentine was great. That's before my time. There you go. You end up catching some of these wrestlers in their twilights, and you think of them as not as enhancement talents, but they had a legendary career. Like for me, when I went back to see the magnificent Don Morocco, if you watch wrestling in the mid 80s, late 80s, he was losing. But Morocco was just, his name said it, magnificent. I mean, he was just awesome until then he started losing some matches. Rick Martel. Yeah, Rick Martel was, yeah, you go. Rick D'Amato Martel, but he was Rick Martel from the AWA, phenomenal wrestler. I mean, my goodness, it was the Iron Man. Rick Valentine was second Iron Man. He came at number 3. Absolutely, Rick D'Amato Martel was awesome. Ooh, Don Morocco was legendary. Absolutely, and what we think of him is losing some matches. Survivor Series coming up. Remember the first 2 Survivor Series, or the first one? He was part of Hulk Hogan's team. He was the first one eliminated, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he shouldn't be. He should have been one of those guys that were like, damn, he's awesome. He shouldn't be losing. Superstar Billy Graham, another one. I mean, before our time, but if you see him when we were kids, you thought he was just a cheap knockoff of Hulk Hogan. Nonsense. Hogan took a little bit of Billy Graham and Betsy Ventura, and that, and it's just, that's who Superstar Billy Graham is. So we get to see them at our twilight, and we don't think highly of them because we saw them at their back end before they were exiting the company. Just remember Valentine with the honky tonk, man. Oh, that was bad when they dyed Valentine's hair is Rhythm and Blues. That was Rhythm and Blues. Oh my God. Yeah, I remember the name Rhythm and Blues, Joel. Oh, that was not good. That was not good. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was not good. That was not good one bit. Ugh. You saw the promo with Don Morocco and with Mean Gene eating donuts. Oh my God! Yes, yes. Mean Gene Oakland was great doing those promos back then. I mean, he's just one of those guys that, yeah, Mean Gene with the promos back in those days were great. We got Cody Rhodes coming out, so we got all right. So here's some politician time. Well, he's actually taking on Carmelo Hayes, so it's actually a match. Melo's first match on the main roster was against Cody Rhodes, and you have another match here. Yeah, that was hilarious. Mean Gene was the greatest, indeed. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I don't know how he did not laugh when Macho Man kept bringing out cream after creamer after creamer when the cream rises to the top. He just stood calm. Mean Gene used to stay calm, cool, and collective. Howard Finkel, yeah, God rest his soul. The Fink, he was a great ring announcer. He was the best. Ladies and gentlemen, new. Yeah, that's just our childhood, guys. That's just our childhood. We look up to it. Like I know a lot of people right now, about more than half of the guys, half of the Heel the Ring crew, they have a lot of admiration for Lillian Garcia. Because that was their voice of the childhood. For me, it's Howard Finkel. When I think of my childhood ring announcers, it's Howard Finkel. Mean Gene Oakland. Jesse the Body Ventura, Gorilla Monsoon on the commentary. Bobby Heenan. Even Vince was a really good commentator. Those were the Then of course Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler came out. For the Attitude Era. But for my childhood, it was those guys. Lord Halford Hayes. Mean Gene, Randy Richter, also another hilarious promo with Mean Gene and Dr. David Schultz. Yeah, Dr. David Schultz, indeed. Yes. He was a handful, slapping people around. If this is fake, you want to back. Yeah, he protected the business to the nth degree. As we got the 6-man tag action here, the Hardy Boys whipping in Zachary Wentz. So that's going on here. Turning Point going on. As my stream is acting kind of funny though. I'm having a lot of issues with my TNA Turning Point stream. I don't know if you guys are. David Schultz is one of those that slapped the dude. The ABC, yeah, that was the ABC reporter that asked him if wrestling was fake, protecting the business. Whatever he asked him, the integrity of the business, and he just slapped the crap out of him. That's him, Joe. Yeah, that's him. I mean, we all know now, 40 plus years later from WrestleMania, that Golden Age era, we know wrestling is scripted, but we know predetermined. It's predetermined outcome, but those wrestling moves are still a skill. There's still a skill, an onset, an artwork. They're performers. Respect them from not calling the F word. They're just predetermined. They're gonna do all this here. They're gonna tell a match. They're gonna do all these agilities, but it's gonna lead to they're telling a story of who's gonna win the match. They still get injured. They still get hurt. They still put their bodies on the line. So for people to call it the F word, the fake word, I could see where a performer gets aggravated or offended because they don't know the bumps and the bruises. Look, that's just that wrestling ring. It's plywood with a little bit of cushion, a little bit of a mat, and canvas. That's it. That's it. They're it's not pillows. It's not mattresses like we do as kids. That's unforgiving. That's wood. That's plywood. A very layer thin of matting, and of course canvas. That's all it is. Those ropes are cable wires wrapped in. Some of them are wrapped elevator cable wires that are wrapped with electrical tape, and you still hit the ropes. They hurt. At the end of the day, your body still gets mangled to be in the ring, and that's why you have to respect these wrestlers, these performers as a performer, regardless of the fact that they stink or they lose or they botch. Mistake happens, but it's just they put their bodies on the line, man. That's why you got to respect these wrestlers, guys. I mean, I do. The original Stone Cold. Yeah, he's kind of like a cross of Stone Cold. Looks like Dallas Diamond Page. Yeah, Dr. David Schultz. There you go. I don't think she's gonna get hurt, Drew. She'll be fine. I think they're gonna rub rubber tussing on her in the back. She'll be fine. We got a commercial break for SmackDown. Matt Riddle's in the ring against Ace Austin, and Kushida gets tapped in. I heard the ring back in the 90s were hard. Yes, that's right. That's the true story. That's the true story. Very good true story. Very good facts that the wrestling rings were harder until Vince McMahon himself had to get in the ring and start wrestling. When he started with the Stone Cold, he goes, "This hurts." He changed the ring. It was a different. Yeah, it was not as hard. You're correct. You are absolutely correct on that. That's a true story. I heard that from many sources on that one. And of course, Drew loves her so much. Oh, that's nice. Write her a poem. Be like, hey, Drew, I need you to channel the genius. Look up the genius if you don't ever heard of the genius. Larry Poffo. Larry Poffo, before coming in the ring, he used to write a poem. And he would recite it before his match. You should do that before. As a matter of fact, before the night is over, before the watch along, we got about another hour. Why don't you write a poem on Liv Morgan? I will read it. No, I'm not ribbing. I will read it. Put it on there, right? Type it up, put it in the chat. We'll read it out there, and we'll say from Drew Montauk to Liv Morgan, and there we go. Riddle is kind of a douchebag, but he could wrestle, and so he's a stronger. Yeah, I agree with that. I remember the Riddle. Hey, Ishmael, you remember the genius with his poem? He used to always recite a poem. Here's Carmelo Hayes.
Remember, the force will be with you always.
I used to love the genius and Harvey Whitmelton with the Sid Vicious. Yeah, Harvey was good. He had Sid Vicious. I believe he was with Kamala for a little bit, or it was Kim Chi, but it was Kamala. Who did Harvey Whitmelton have also? Did Harvey? No, that was Slick. That was Slick with Akeem. But Harvey Whitmelton had a couple of whiffers, though. He had that guy that fake brawling brute. Remember that guy back in the day? Yeah, me too. I heard all that all the time. My wrestler's knowledge comes from you guys. Truly, Jim Cornette is a historian of pro wrestling. Jim Cornette will know. He is, yeah. Like him or don't like him, he is an encyclopedia. Jim Cornette is a hell of a mind when it comes to wrestling. We're watching him back in his days there from the NWA, WCW days with the tennis racket. I think him and Paul Heyman really had heat. They didn't really see eye to eye. I believe so. Here's Carmelo Hayes. Cut a promo here on Cody Rhodes. Who wins this match? I think it's going to be Cody. We know that. Melo's not ready there yet, but you know what? You could still go over without not winning. So could Carmelo Hayes get over here with his ability and his skill set? They put on a hell of a match the first time around when Melo made it to the roster. Drew is really in love with Liv. Wow. Here we go. Melo versus Cody. Melo's wearing the red and black. Cody, of course, SmackDown versus Raw colors. When was Matt Riddle and Jeff Hardy a tag team? Did they say they were? I don't know. Maybe in the WWE for a short time. Joe, maybe in the WWE for a short time. I don't know. Be honest with you. That's a new to me too. Of course, guys. You know what TNA is doing, which is cool. TNA is if you want to watch Turning Point on TNA Plus, you use the promo code TNA free. You get 1 month of TNA Plus. Another guy for today that could easily be wrestling in the Attitude Era in the 90s is the Butcher. He's sad how they only job him. Yeah, the Butcher and the Blade. You tell me you take them out of AEW, easily could be a TNA Tag Team Champion, and it could be a viable couple. I don't know if they'll be top of the card in WWE, but they'll be with the right storyline. Butcher and the Blade could be a mega heel tag team for the WWE. I don't know if they'll be there in the top because WWE, I know they have that stereotype. They don't do tag teams that well and yada, all that good stuff. All that stereotype they get out of it. But Butcher and the Blade, yeah, they could have been using them. And especially and look, they signed the Grizzly Young Vets, which they were clamoring to leave TNA. They were clamoring to leave NXT, where they were part of Joe Gacy's group, which I understand. The schism wasn't so great. They had a better run in NXT UK. I understand that. I could see that. But they haven't done anything when it came for them in AEW. They haven't even, and they're in Ring of Honor, and you don't see them on. You don't even see them on Disaster or Catastrophe on Saturday nights. The Grizzly Young Vets. They wanted to leave to make a better or have a better opportunity. They didn't do anything. That was a waste of them. Hopefully they didn't leave with on a bad note with WWE, but they haven't been nothing to rag home about at all. And they were in TNA. I don't know. I don't know if they didn't want to work with them or they didn't want to they probably got more money from AEW, which I don't blame them, but they haven't really done nothing for them. And the same thing with Maximum Male Models. They complain about their gimmick in WWE and not getting on TV, but meanwhile they're doing the same thing on Catastrophe on Saturday nights. The same cringe Zoolander gimmick in AEW, which is kind of funny, but then it's starting to run its course. If you're not on TV winning matches, you're just going to be relegated to do stupidity on a promo set. That's it. You brought Rico in, who tried to take Joe Henry's turn and burn. Okay, they didn't do nothing else with Maximum Male Models. They're rehashing the old hits from WWE, and still they're not getting over. But hey, you can't knock them. They have creative freedom. They have so much creative freedom that they're recycling WWE bits. Yes, so we got the rematch. Masha Slamovich versus Jordynne Grace. 2 out of 3 falls for the TNA Knockouts title coming up. Oh, the rematch. Yes, this is going to be good. If TNA signs Matt Riddle, I think I will have him debut a singles where he can win unless one of them. I don't know if they'll debut him against the world title, because I think that's Mike Santana's calling. But you could build Matt Riddle for, keep him in there for not the pay-per-view, not for Turning Point, but possibly your February or January pay-per-view. You could, if he sticks around for Matt Riddle, wouldn't be no problem with that. Even if you get a Nick Nemeth and Matt Riddle match, will be a nice one too. They'll tear the house down if he stays as champion. That goes, yeah. Tag teams were a major attraction in the 80s. Very competitive in the Attitude Era, ruthless aggression. Not these days though. No. Even in the ruthless aggression era, they were a little bit off until that WrestleMania 17 with the Hardys, Christian and Edge, the Dudleys kind of revived it. I think tag team wrestling got a little, quiet in the 80s. In the 90s, in that Attitude Era, in my opinion. In the 80s, we had great tag teams from the American Express with Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham. You had the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. You had the Killer Bees. You had Strike Force. You had Demolition. You had the Powers of Pain. You had the Road Warriors eventually came in later. The Steiner Brothers, Doug Furnas and Philip LaFleur. In the early 90s, you had the the Nasty Boys, you had the Hart Foundation, the British Bulldogs. So there were some good tag teams back in those days, Ishmael. Then in the 90s, it kind of dwindled down a little bit because that's when you started mixing. You had factions. You had the Nation of Domination. You had the Hart Foundation Cup group. And, you had the APA started making their names there, but it was very, the New Age Outlaws. But now these days, I think the wrestling fan doesn't have the patience for tag team wrestling. As much as they say it's the WWE's fault, I think it's the wrestling fans. They don't have a patience for a tag team wrestling because they quickly is like, when they're going to turn on them. Oh, let them go on a singles run. I can't see them lose. The whole, with Montez Ford and Dawkins. The same thing with different tag teams. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Oh, they should separate. Everybody, Jade and Bianca. When is they going to turn? The wrestling fan these days are not patient enough to see tag team wrestling as a team win and lose. They quickly want to have that dissension, that breakup, and they want to go one another. The Usos, the New Day, they're happening now with the New Day. They can't wait for the New Day to split up on Monday. That's the problem. The wrestling fans that have no patience for tag team. It's a product of the fandom. They don't want to stay as much as they can lie and say they want to see tag team wrestling. That's nonsense. They're looking for one another to break up or go one against each other. Just think about it. All the tag teams that are contemplating, it's happening all across the board in AEW. They want the Acclaim to split. That's the new, why? They're a tag team. They have daddy ass. Why? Because they lost a couple matches in a row. No, let's split them up. Nice. Oh, Mello. No, Cody. Cody now. Tilt the World. Is he going to put him up into a power slam? Cody adding a power slam repertoire. Running power slam, aka the British Bulldog. Nice. Into a figure four leg lock. All right, Cody using the figure four. So he just honored two Hall of Famers, the Bulldog and Ric Flair. Nice job there. Let me read this other comment. I don't know. Maybe the way they present, maybe they should. For example, TNA Tag Team Division is getting more there. In my opinion, I agree with that because they don't rush to separate them. You got natural tag teams in the Hardys, the Rascals. Those are natural tag teams. You don't need to run them off and go against one another. You got to have patience. I wouldn't say patient hurting tag team wrestling. I just say that they split them too much. Don't stick with them. They're not enough good tag teams to keep the division interesting. But if you built it, they will come, Joe. They don't allow it to get built. They have tag teams and let's separate them. Or this is and what hurt. And I'm gonna tell you one thing, Joe. What hurt the tag team division too, that in the Vince era, before Vince got removed from the creative, how many Friday Night SmackDown did we see the New Day versus the Brawling Brutes? Over and over. The repeat matches hurt that because you felt like you didn't have tag teams to go up against instead of building tag teams. I always been a big proponent of, if the guys are not ready to be in the mid card or in the main event title picture, they're not there yet. It's okay to place them in the tag team right now. Let them go for the tag team, and then they could split and do their thing a couple years if they want to go that route. Case in point, Madcap Moss. I was wrong with this. I'm gonna be wrong with it. I was a big advocate. Madcap Moss should have been in a tag team with Braun Breaker, and they should have been, not the Steiners, but kind of, you could see kind of a Steiner Brothers type of deal. The way they, two young athletic men, where they go and while the mid card title is settled and the world title is settled, while Braun is ready to make that next step, you would have him win tag team gold with Madcap. And then Madcap either brings another, you could split them, make another tag partner, whatever the case, until Braun is ready to go to that next step. Obviously, Braun is the Intercontinental Champion. They excelled it and he delivered. But those type of wrestlers like that, Austin Theory, this is a great move for Austin Theory to be as in the mid card, in the tag team title with Grayson Waller. Waller, another one. He could talk on the microphone. keep them as a tag team. There's nothing wrong with splitting them. Oh, Cody Cutter on Carmelo. There's nothing wrong in pairing certain guys and as a tag team. You know, I think Rick Bruce, another one could have been with Matt Cass if you didn't want to go with the Braun Breaker route. You could have kept them as tag teams. You didn't have to release them, and there's a 3. Cody gets the win. We all knew that. Yep, just the tag teams, just like singles match to me. It's how they tell the story in the matches. Yeah, I'm old generation, and Gen Z attention span is not long as a TikTok. Absolutely, they don't have that extension span. They don't have the appreciation of the build. They do not have that appreciation. You said there's a code in TNA. Yeah, 1 month free. Yeah, to hurry up on that because you can watch it now, right now. The code is TNA, capital letters, TNA together, TNA free. That's it. You put that promo code, you get the month of TNA Plus for free. You get to see their library. You get to view it. And if you like it, you want to subscribe with it at the end of the year for the new 2025 year, why not? They got some great pay-per-views coming up. You know, Hard to Kill. You got Genesis. You got so many other things. The TV show. TNA continues to excel. Why not? I'm telling you, it's not a bad deal. You could even get it for 100. I got on it at 134, 139 with taxes for TNA for the year. That was including Slammiversary. You know, all their premium live events. Love it. And he likes Christmas tree. Who doesn't like a Christmas tree? Especially when there's presents underneath it. Oh, here we go. We got the sit down. This is the one thing I wanted to hear. At the checkout. When you check out for Isman, when you check out for TNA, it's gonna ask you for a promo code. You put it there. It's in it there. You got to set up your account, make up a screen, a password, a username, and all that good stuff. I think the tag teams would be a good success if they had a good gimmick with them. Absolutely. That's why a good manager, Joe, also helps a tag team. Oh, look at this. Roman was about to leave. This guy's making me wait. Here's Punk. Punk showed up a little late. And he tells Roman he doesn't have a whole lot of time. Oh. Ooh. He said he showed up for Paul Heyman, not for you. Heyman with that look. That's good. No, one thing straight. Here we go. I'm going to say word for word. He don't need your help to Punk. And Punk says, I figure you feel that way. And Punk says, I don't want to give you any help at all. He's here for Paul. Paul. He's happy for you guys. He really is. Uh-oh, Paul. Looks like he's... Uh-oh. Oh, you don't like his tone. He tells Punk. You don't like his attitude. You don't like him. Look at Paul Heyman. He doesn't want to team with him at WarGames. And Paul Heyman still calls him my tribal chief. Solo has been in checkmate since the Friday after this WrestleMania. If we don't accept this help, it's over. Slamovich just dropped her on her head with a tombstone on the floor. Ooh. I see the referee has a count. Ooh. Oh, so he says you're next after Punk. All 5 of them after Punk. Solo knows that he's the threat. Heyman brokering a deal here. Look at Heyman. Divided. We all for the Solo. Together. United. At best. They survive. Wow. Paul Heyman brokering the deal. What a broker. What does What do I got to do to put your name on this contract? He don't care about his attitude. I don't like you. That's Punk telling Roman. He's not here for him. He's here for Paul. He said it again. That's like the 4th time he says it. He wants his revenge. What Solo did to Paul Heyman to his friend. If we survive WarGames, they want to revisit the conversation. Me and him. Oh, a match after this? Yo, Punk and Roman after this? I'm all ears too. Let's go. One time. He put the ones up. One favor. I owe you a favor? No. You don't owe me anything, Punk tells him. My friend. Our wise man. He says, our wise man owe me a favor. Ooh, hoo-hoo. Our wise man. They're sharing duties here. I hope the WarGames is good because I don't know. The Bloodline needs to refresh. The WarGames isn't the best depending if the weapons are in. Isn't WarGames supposed to have weapons? If I remember, they can have weapons in there underneath the ring. Oh, wait a minute. What's the favor? A tribal chief. Let's get through WarGames tomorrow night. Then we have all the time in the world to talk about it. Uh-oh. Roman and Paul alone. Uh-oh. Roman don't trust Paul. Paul looks at him with that look. Oh, that was good. Episodic. That was episodic there. But here's the one thing, though. I didn't hear Roman ask Paul Heyman what happened to the phone. Why did he disconnect the number? We still don't get that from this. Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns did not ask the questions to Paul Heyman. What happened to the phone? He just wants to know what's the favor that Punk is asking of Paul Heyman. So Paul Heyman got Punk's attention to be a member of the Blood Game, of the Blood War. Here we go. The WarGames Bloodline match. There we go. Don't get your tongue twisted. Now, there's a favor involved, and they're going to revisit that after WarGames. So that's going to be fun. I just saw that WarGames, you just know Roman, CM Punk are going to end up either fighting or setting it up for a fight. I love for Brock to come back with Paul Heyman, not CM Punk or Roman. I got into a little bit of a discussion or debate with Terrence last week with that, or be Monday Night Raw. I don't remember which one of the days was that we were talking about Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, and of course, Braun, who was the last with Gunther's last match, all that stuff. But then what makes sense, it would have been Brock Lesnar coming back to WarGames. I said, wouldn't it not look great for Brock to stand in front of Jacob Fatu and Bronson Reed and the moves that he'll do on him? But he's toxic right now because of the allegations with the lawsuit. He hasn't been cleared. It hasn't gone away. There's still a pending lawsuit. And Brock is toxic. The last thing you want to do, you don't want sponsors. You don't want to kill the momentum of WWE. You don't need people to start boycotting the WWE product because of Brock Lesnar. That's why I don't see him coming back for a while. So, Jordynne Grace just got a first fall. Oh, wow. No way, BX is going to be there. No way, BX. Tomorrow's going to be intrigued. Absolutely. What is going on? It's a lot of stuff there. I hope Brock comes back. Yeah, I mean, again, we'll see. Drew, what do you need my help for? Talk to me, friend. Talk to me. Yes, when is the lawsuit with Vince settled? Then he'll be back. I don't know. It's in the Court of Appeals, maybe February. I don't know, Joe. I don't know with the court with that. I don't know if they're trying to find an arbiter where they go to arbitration, where they don't go into the public eye and, they'll settle for some money outside of the company. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine when it comes to the Janelle Grant, Vince McMahon suit. And, of course, we got no Brock Lesnar, Johnny Unitas, and maybe others might be subpoena into that. They're maybe trying to work things out where the others that are subpoenaed doesn't have to even, their names don't even get revealed and it just settles out of court. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I got the poem for Liv Morgan. Oh, okay. Good for you. Man, you really got a nice one there. We got the Knockouts Championship going on here on TNA right now. Double feature. SmackDown, we just had to sit down with the Tribal Chief, or the OG Tribal Chief, and CM Punk. And there's favors involved. What's the favor is we're going to find out after the War Games if they survive. Right now, they're putting their differences aside because right now, Solo Sikoa and his bloodline are out of control. You know, if the bloodline falls, the OG bloodline falls, and CM Punk doesn't help them, they're going to come after Punk. Now, Punk has to be aligned with himself because they have to take down Solo Sikoa and company. All right, here we go. We got the triple threat match. Triple threat for the Women's United States Tournament. Let's go. Yo, I couldn't find it. Couldn't find the checkout. Where can I find it? You gotta you're gonna pay for it, Ishmael. According, you gotta go. You gotta put watchtna.com/sign up, and then when you do that, you put the promo code. Let me see. Watch.TNA Wrestling. .com / sign up, and then the promo I will do it on the website first. I will do it on the definitely. Here we go. Lash Legend. There's Lash from Metaphor. Let's go. Honest, I saw AEW throw a bunch of money at Brock to get him whenever his contract up. I mean, look at Lash Legend. Wow. You got it. Look at Lash Legend. Stop me in the tracks. And of course, I got to see her career. I got her see her career start in the Performance Center, of course, with NXT from Level Up, and seeing her wrestle her first matches there. Saw her with, when she aligned herself with Pretty Deadly for a while, coming out, and to see her growth here at the end of 2024 into 2025, I'm very, very proud and very happy to see the growth of Lash Legend in the ring. And here's Meacham, another one that continues to grow. I'm really compelled on who wins this. I kind of want to see Meacham win. I like Lash Legend, but we know right now it's not her time right now, and it's time for Mia Yim. Let's go, Meacham, Mia Yim. Let's go. Yes, indeed. What's the favor? Good job here, guys. Thank you so much, X. Right now, we are number one on the watch along on the Friday night double play here. Number one watch along on X. Thank you, guys. You are awesome. Mia Yim now with the kick to, got Piper Niven, and what a forearm shot Piper Niven took from Lash Legend. Now Mia Yim now, Yim kick. I hate that move. That Okada roll move from the women. I can't stand that one. But Meacham, dropped on her butt. Here's Piper Nevin now. Oh, with a splash. She's going to go for a pin here. 1, 2, but Last Legend with a splash of her own. Oh, the match is tied up at 1 apiece between Masha and Jordynne Grace. Yeah, my stream is acting funny. I got it here, and it's just acting. Why? Oh, what a drop kick by Mia Yim. Got her in a sleeper hold. Last Legend trying to fan her off. Legend into the corner and Meacham. Let's see. Oh, a kick to the face. Meacham now. Oh, Lucha Libre head scissors. Let's go. Mia Yim. Let's go. On Meacham. Oh, kick to the chest. Come on, Meacham. She kicked a field goal. Let's go. Springboard. Oh, springboard moonsault. Oh, Masha retains. She wins the 2 out of 3. So she wins the second. Masha Slamovich retains her Knockouts title. Possibly could be Jordynne Grace's final match for the TNA brand. There you go. And Joe now. We got another one claiming her. We got 2 guys claiming her. Here we go. Chelsea Green. And here comes B-Fab. Oh, B-Fab. Oh, got into Chelsea's back. Look at B-Fab getting into it. And now Chelsea being chased away by B-Fab. And B-Fab and Chelsea going at it. And look at this. Piper Nevin is distracted, calling for Chelsea. Come on, you're big Piper Nevin. They call you Dewdrop. Oh, what a kick in the face. I think Frankie Kazarian cashes in, Joe. I've been saying that. Look at this. Last Legend standing tall. And the crowd giving her as they go to commercial break. Big Lash. Let's go, girl. We are NXT. Let's go. Again, I always feel like a proud, distant relative when I see the NXT wrestler come up and do good on SmackDown. Being at the Performance Center, living in Orlando, knowing their sacrifice, knowing what they do, the work they put in the NXT brand with all those coaches and film, traveling up and down in the state of Florida, putting house shows. To me, that's why I put that big smile when I see the NXT kids. That's why I consider myself, we are NXT. Let's go. Who won the Joe Hendry Turkey Bowl match? Joe Hendry won, and the Turkey Bowl suit belongs to none other than Brian Myers. So Brian Myers. I'm happy right now. Look at that. You had a happy ending. Main event, TNA, Nick Nemeth, and Eddie Edwards. Remember, Kazarian has this Call Your Shot trophy. So keep an eye out on that. As SmackDown has the United States Women Tournament. Let's go. There's no way Nick Nemeth loses this. That's why I'm calling. I think Frankie Kazarian either teases to make a Joe. I think Frankie Kazarian teases to cash in, and we have a JPL come out of nowhere and clothesline Frankie Kazarian from trying to cash it in. You never know how they'll make it. Here we go. Do you think my girlfriend Liv Morgan wins tonight? She's not wrestling tonight, but maybe I think she wins in 2K24. She definitely gets a victory on that one. Yeah, both tails of the tape, both men at 6 feet. Edwards a little bit heavier by 40 pounds on Nemeth, the Boston Knee Party Tiger driver. So Edwards a two-time TNA World Champion, 7-time Tag Team Champion, 2-time X Division Champion. So a decorative former champion there for Nick Nemeth. Whoa, we got another one claiming his girlfriend. A lot of claims of fame here. Let's go. You think tomorrow? I mean tomorrow night. Oh, tomorrow night. I mean, that's a different night. Yeah, anything can happen tomorrow night. Absolutely. It all depends. It all depends of what thong she's wearing. Oh, you got it. Good, good. I'm glad you got the promo code. I'm glad you take advantage of that. Makes me happy. Good job. Good job. Oh, Last Legend breaks the pin. You get to see the main event here, and you get to see Turning Point. Turning Point. Let's go. Oh, Piper Niven with a good forearm. Took out Legend there. I was going to watch SmackDown, but now I'm pissed when they tape it. I need my wrestling live. The internet just ruins everything. Yeah, that's hard. It's hard to watch spoilers. Watch these because to be on Twitter with the spoilers, because everybody wants to put the spoilers out there to be the first one. But you know what? This SmackDown, regardless of being taped, has been really good. And of course, Turning Point has been really phenomenal. What's up, Chris? Chris is joining us in the chat. How are you? Is Survivor Series? It's on Peacock, not the network, unless if you live outside of the United States. If you live outside of the United States, I don't know where you're from. If you're in the United States area, it's Peacock. If you're outside the United States, yes, it's on the WWE network. Remember, after this month or the new month of December, it'll be going to Netflix. Yeah. So eventually, I had a look. Yeah, it sucks because there's a cover too. You know what sucks, Joel? I gotta go to Twitter because I don't do just wrestling. I got my channel. I got basketball. I got all the other sports that I cover. I gotta go to see my sporting news from there in case there's some trades or rumors. So I gotta go on X. And what sucks is everybody puts it up, and it sucks. You can't watch it. I'm good. I'm good. Just at work. Oh, cool. Thank you for joining me there tonight here. Not gonna lie, the only reason I'm watching tomorrow because of CM Punk. Okay, Punk is and that Bloodline match is gonna be good. Yeah, I'm in the UK, so I'm good. I'm having the network. There you go. It's gonna be on Netflix coming up next month in January, the start of the new year. I think you're gonna get better coverage from Netflix, Ismail. I think you're going to get a better coverage. Here's Piper Niven. Joe says, yeah, Peacock is all I subscribe to. The WWE Network, I guess Network is staying on Peacock for another year, I think, too. Until the contract expires, I think they're going to go to Netflix. Although if Netflix continues to have issues, when Raw comes out and they can't fix that, I can see that just stay with SmackDown there. I mean, I think Netflix will get it fixed, but you never know. Me and Liv, there you go. Oh, there we go. Nice. Netflix is good for me. I have family membership, so I don't have. I'm even better. Yeah, you're able to watch. And here's the thing: you're able to watch Raw live. You don't have to wait for it to come on your time zone, which is good, or vice versa. Whenever they go to the UK, when they're at different time zone, we'll be able to watch it here at 2:00 or 1:00 in the afternoon, while it's there at 7:00 for you guys when it's live. We'll be able to watch it live early for us. Piper Niven now on the top rope. She's gonna second rope now. Piper Niven with the dude drop. She missed. Legend. Oh, she's got the torture rack. Legend with the torture rack. The last extension. Here we go. 1. Machin now breaks the pin. 1, 2, and Machin steals the victory. Oh, let's go. Michin advance in the tournament. I love it. I think Raw is just on Netflix and the network, the pay-per-views. Yeah, for about another year. Yeah, you're right, Joe. All right, so now Michin advance. Oh, I forgot Naomi, Tiffany, and Elektra is the next match. I totally forgot about that. Michin, let's go, Michin. Good job. Rumble is in Netflix, right? Yes, the best pay-per-view in the WWE all time. Better than WrestleMania. Thank you, Pat Patterson, for that creation. Yes, that was a hell of a deal because it makes sense. Why have all 30 men at the same time and it's all convoluted? Everybody there, you can't do anything. You could do the countdown every 2 minutes. Someone new. You could have matchups that you don't see, or you could, tease something. Yeah. Here we go, Drew. Look at Tiffany. She's on TV right now. Wait. Get your tissues ready. There you go. Tiffany. WWE shop. Come. He's cutting a promo. Tiffy title. You got to get that Tiffy Time holiday sweatshirt. Drew, if you don't get that Tiffy Time sweater for holidays, there's something wrong with you. And 40% off? Come on, Drew. Pull the trigger. Buy the t-shirt. Come on. There you go. She wants to know she's fighting tonight. She's selling t-shirts on the WWE shop. You got to buy the Tiffy Time Christmas sweater. You definitely. And you got to put a picture on X. And so we could post it on our channel. In fact, I'll give you my email. You could send it to me there when the t-shirt comes in. And we'll put it up there. And we'll say, Drew, put the Tiffy Time merchandise. Come on. And we'll make sure we tag Tiffany so she could see that and she could like it. And who knows? You might even get a signed an autographed picture or signed autographed lipstick on a napkin to you. We'll try to get that for you. Just subscribe to Peacock, Premier League Soccer, and WWE is cheap. I'm old and I used to pay $50-$40 a month for pay-per-view. Yeah. Listen, I'm from the Bronx, man. And you know what that means. When we didn't watch the pay-per-views, we would go to the friend's house who had the cable, who had the box, and we'll watch it. Yeah, the countdown is always hype, especially if you returns to the Rumble. AJ Styles. Oh, yeah. Also, Jordynne Grace last year. Just, Naomi when she returned, it was a big pop. The return there, Rumble is always awesome. As soon as you get old pay-per-view, all new pay-per-views, $9 a month, I was hooked for life. I used to bust my butt with chores all weekend, so my parents, yeah, there you go. $49.99, and then Vince was doing them once a month. Yeah, that was expensive. Michin has grown on me lately ever since she refreshed in NXT. That's why, and you know what? It helped both ladies, Randy. Remember, Michin did that hardcore match with Jada Parker. They killed the house. They tore the house down. Look at now Jada Parker, one of the hottest female wrestlers in NXT right now, who is on fire. And look at Michin, where she's at now in this tournament. Both ladies are over in that match. Now they mean purpose because they're mid-card titles. That's why, again, those titles mean something in the wrestling business, because look at how invested you are in the Michin and how invested I am in Jada Parker, vice versa. Because Jada, even if doesn't go to the Iron Survivor, there's a path in the North American title for her. So I love it. I love it. Yeah. Also, my friends had Black Box. Yeah. Yep. You know that. And then that was on a Sunday night, and it will finish around 11. You had to go right home right away because you got to go to sleep. I don't like it Sunday nights. No, I like it on Saturday, Joe. I'm one of the few people that like it on Saturdays. Listen, to get up early in the morning at 3:30 in the morning the next day on a Monday, and the pay-per-view or the PLE finishes late. I like it on a Saturday. I'm good. I'm happy with that. Lash did well, Randy. He did awesome. She continues to show why she should be on the main roster. Her and Jakara. What happened with Tiffany? She was selling merchandise. Did you get the promo code? You have to buy that sweater, Drew. I need you to go to WWEshop.com and buy that sweater now. Let's go. Other than Jordynne Grace, who is your favorite female wrestler in TNA? Tasha Steele. Boy, it looked like LA Knight was fixing a copier machine. It looked like he's fixing a copier machine. He's all full of ink. Well, he's cleaning the chimney. He looks like my dog. He looks like my dog Bruce, who's been outside all day because it's chilly, all dirty. I should put a picture of Bruce so you can see what I'm really talking about. He looks just like LA Knight. I didn't see her yet, but she's been in TNA for a while. Tasha Steele has been in TNA for a while. Look at him. Look at LA Knight. If you need a chimney clean, call LA Knight. He'll clean it. Yeah. He's over there checking out squids. He's over there fishing for squid. Got all that ink on him. Oh, here we go. They're breaking down the card. One more match to go here. Hey, it's Logan. Logan, how was your Thanksgiving, friend? I hope you're doing well. I think Tiffany Stratton, Kaiser, catches in on Liv on the women's war game. Ooh, spicy. Spicy. Here is the main event. Jey Uso taking on Jacob Fatu. Yeet. Yeet. Oh, everybody's banned from ringside. It's a one-on-one. Why is Sami Zayn looking like he's going to lose? Like he has doubt. Yeet. Here we go. Usos. Let's go. What is your opinion on the women's tag team division? I mean, the tag teams are actually tag teams first, but Ash by Elegant's team. I don't know the other. Heather Reckless. Other tag team they have still better than the WWE. I think they're going to beat Spitfire. Danny Luna and Jody Threat. I could see Ash by Elegant and Heather Threat or Heather by Elegance, Heather Reckless. I think they'll win those tag titles. They need more women tag teams too. I don't know, but it's a growing process because you got Alicia Edwards with Masha were the tag team champions first, but then now you have Tasha Steele and Alicia Edwards as a team. I don't think there should be a women tag. You think they don't have enough ladies, but they could sign a couple of free agent ladies, Joe, and make a woman tag team division. I don't think they have enough full division. The Knockouts tag team titles are there. They're not going to let it go to waste. Rosemary could always team up with some lunatic. I thought her and Wendy Chu would have been an alliance that would have been great, but I don't know. They have Spitfire, Ash by Elegance team. That's what I know. Yeah. In TNA, not enough. I could see that too. But with the WWE collaboration along with TNA, you could send Kylie Bright and Kendall Gray as a tag team to wrestle. They might not win it, but they could be in a program there. You could send Gigi Dolan now with alongside with Tatum Paxley to wrestle if you want to as a tag team in TNA to a collaboration. Rosemary had a trio. What happened to it was Helix, and usually she's out. I think she's out with injury. I don't know if she's out for injury or she's not. Or I don't know what happened to her yet. They have a couple ladies that should be returning, coming up. We got a commercial here for main event. We got the TNA main event going on with the world champion Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards trying to become a 3-time MLK Ultra. Yeah, they're around too. They're not. They're part. I don't know if they're with TNA still, but they're still there. There you go. We mentioned that. I love that. He keeps reminding us every 10 minutes. That's his girlfriend. Alicia Edward, his wife, is at ringside, so never trust the system. Of course, salute everyone on watching along with us. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys watching along here on the Heal the Ring podcast. I'm on my Sokoa day solo, which is cool. I'm having fun. Joe, why doesn't TNA go get Kurt Angle to be a manager for someone, a walking wiener? I mean, he's able under contract. Is he? He has a Legends deal with them. But for Kurt Angle, I don't know if he wants to be part of the wrestling business. I don't know if he's physically, even in a manager position. I don't know if he's healthy enough. Your opinion on Spitfire? I think they were tweaked their gimmick a bit, but they could get over like Demolition Bushwhacker. I like Spitfire. Danny Nuna is the powerhouse. Jody Threat is the worker there with these two ladies. I don't want them to lose the titles right away. I don't need them to lose the titles, but I think they're eventually going to drop it to Ash by Elegance. It looks like it. It looks like they're going to cheat to get those tag titles, those knockouts title for those ladies. But I was happy to see Jody Threat get that title with Spitfire, with that group. They had Lars as their manager for a bit. Well, it was okay. It wasn't nothing to write home about for those two ladies. I like the way Jody Threat works. And, of course, Danny Nuna with her appearance, she's a powerhouse. You'll see she's a workhorse there. We'll like to see her and them continue to hold the title for a little longer. But eventually, again, not to sound redundant, I think they'll drop it to the Elegance girl. Matt Riddle. Yeah, Matt Riddle's back. Matt Riddle is back. He was part of he filled in for Zachary Wentz. Trey Miguel. Zachary Wentz introduced him as their partner, and away we go. Bro, the original bro. Oh, we got a Jacob Fatu intro. The Samoan werewolf. There you go. Buy up the merch. That's how you're going to show your love and appreciation to Liv, her merchandise. Sorry, Jewel. Liv said she was going to either fart on your shirt or give it to a refund. She said, oh, man. And after eating stuffing and turkey, that's not going to be pleasant. All right. Here's Jacob. Batu. Good job by Alicia Taylor announcing that. All right, this is the advantage match. Look at him. Slow, methodical. J1. Come on, let's go, Us. I like it. Solo, I love you. Another guy I want to hear your opinion about, NXT Rich Holland. He has really good body and a sick theme song. Also, Rich Holland doing the best, and I know that's thrown a lot by a lot of wrestling commentators or content creators, but not for nothing. Rich Holland is doing his best work of his career because he's no longer part of the Sheamus's Brawling Brutes, one, which Pete Dunne and Sheamus were the main cogs of that group. And then Rich Holland, I like the fact that they used that angle that he hurt Biggie, which you shouldn't be celebrating, but he's a dangerous man. He's insecure, lost his confidence. Then he gets taken in by Chase University and kind of reforms him. And then he just turns into the ultra heel, working on the commentary, the way he's talking on the commentary, picking a fight with Bubba Ray Dudley. When someone called him trash, stepping up. Right now, I don't know if he's going to be Trick Williams next week in Deadline. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing. I love Trick, but I wouldn't be opposed to seeing him being the NXT World Champion for Ridge. Ridge is getting over, and his promo skills got better and better. I love it because the way he's built, his specimen of Rich Holland. Now, if he puts it together with the promo, the in-wing work, and getting the crowd with the heat, he could get heat easily. I think Rich Holland is figuring it out, guys. Be careful. I see Rich getting the title shot somehow. He is going to fight him next week. He's fighting next Sunday. It's NXT Deadline. So NXT Deadline will be Rich Holland taking on Trick Williams for the NXT World Champion. I think they should give him the title, actually. Again, remember, the babyface is better. Absolutely. But damn, Trick just got that title in October from the when they went to the CW that night. To take it away from Trick Williams again, unless if you're going to have Trick Williams chase. Because I think Trick will be going to the main roster when the call-ups come up here for the draft. This is what you could do with Ridge. If Ridge wins that, I think Ridge is going to lose, personally. I think Trick wins it on Deadline. But remember, the winner of the Iron Survivor gets to wrestle Trick Williams at New Year's Evil. But that's a premium. That's not a premium live event. That's a Tuesday night special event situation. I think Ridge interferes and sets up a triple threat at NXT Vengeance Day, where I can see where Ridge wins it there, and then it's stand and delivers Trick Williams and Ridge won, and that's when Trick doesn't beat Ridge and you move on. I think that's where it goes. When is next weekend? Next Sunday. That one's Sunday. Iron Survivor Sunday. Yeah, that's on Sunday. NXT, for some reason, they're on Sundays. They're not on Saturdays. I remember Stone Cold got a very small reign with the WWE title back in the day, and if I remember correctly. Oh, Stone Cold, yeah. Stone Cold, different times, winning some. But that's a different... You can't go too much with that, because remember, that's a different regime. That was under Vince McMahon. When it comes to the... And I know wrestling is a business that tends to repeat its history, and what we've seen in the past tends to repeat itself. But sometimes when they go creative, there's a purpose that they're setting up for more storyline down the line. I don't know. I hope Trick doesn't. I hope Trick wins, but I hope they do something creative. Oh my God! I thought Nick Nemeth was about to lose. He just kicked out after he used a foreign object to the head. That's Nick Nemeth. He could just quickly get out of the pinfall. I mean, Edwards hit Nemeth. Looked like he was going to actually be champion. He would have been 3-time world champion. Damn, what a chop by Eddie Edwards. Edwards. Oh, Nick with the clothesline. And they both men go to the outside on my end. On my feet, I got both men on the outside after that Nick Nemeth clothesline. That's the main. Both SmackDown and TNA are both simultaneously running their main event at the same time. One is the world title. And, of course, who's coming down? Oh, we got Brian Myers in the turkey suit. And of course, we got Jacob Fatu versus Jey Uso in a Bloodline hot match. I mean, Eric Bischoff can screw Trick with the title and make up a story. Even Bischoff is coming back to TNA. That's going to be fun. See Eric Bischoff at the Performance Center. Oh, Liv. We've been talking so much that we've been talking about her all night. We've seen a lot about her. JBL's here. Oh, snap. JBL. He's got a thing for blondes. Well, here we go. Back to the match here. We got Yeet. Jacob Fatu misses. Oh, what an elbow. He do this. Oh, this is yo. Ooh, Jacob Fatu is dangerous. I got JBL and I got my screen froze with JBL. Oh, wait a minute. Alicia Edwards now. Referee has the count on the outside. Here we go. We got Jacob Fatu working on the shoulder of Jey Uso in the middle of the ring. Let's go. Headbutt by Jacob. Jacob headbutting Joshua. Jay sends him ramming into the corner. It's Thanksgiving. Why not a family affair, a family battle here the day after Thanksgiving? Jacob, into the post is Jay. Leapfrog out of the way. Okay, is JBL gonna talk or choose sides? Every time he comes out, he just clothesline everyone and leaves. No explanation. Yeah, I'm with you. Nemeth wins. What's going on with JBL? You got to give us a payoff. He's like the guy that shows up everywhere. He clotheslines somebody, interjects, and then he leaves. Oh, Yeet. Let's go. Yeet. Eric Bischoff can make Rick Holland his protege and screw Trick from winning against Holland. Yo, never thought about that. He said he's going to make it where they both want to fight each other now and make it personal. So let's see. He's going to stir things up. Damn, what up? Step up in Seguri. Nick Nemeth retains his title. A really good pay-per-view for TNA. Turning Point was a really good, solid pay-per-view here. The problem is, and there's a hip attack. Here's the problem with TNA. 1, 2. Oh, almost had the 3 call. The problem with TNA, it's on a Friday night. SmackDown is right now on fire. People are going to watch. WWE's on fire. It's tough for them to watch that pay-per-view, which was a really good one, guys. This was a really good pay-per-view. But no title changes, but it was still a hell of a pay-per-view tonight. Final resolution, it will be December 13th. So quick, 3 weeks away. We're going to be right into it. 2 weeks away. We'll be right into the final resolution, and Jacob Fatu caught him. And, drop him. That's the only issue when it comes to but you couldn't put it on a Saturday. Here's a Jacob now. Springboard. Moonsault. Damn, that guy is moving with agility. Here's a pin. Kick out of 2. Yeah, I'm going to watch it back later. Yeah, it was a good one. Solid pay-per-view. You could give this a 9, an 8. If you like title changes, if you like people holding their title, if it makes sense, it was worth watching. I'm going to give it a solid 9 because, it had everything really good there. The one point that I take it away is because it's on a Friday night where you can't give it your full undivided attention because you're watching SmackDown, regardless of the fact that it's taped on a tape delay. But there's implication here between Jacob Fatu and Jey Uso, tournament time for the women. So, Roman and Punk sitting down, no spoiler. You have to watch that. Sit down because there wasn't, you couldn't read that or hear that in the spoiler. So, that's where that 1 point for TNA, and I give it a 9. But it was good. SmackDown has been really good tonight, despite being taped. It's telling storylines right now and furthering storylines. Nick Aldis telling them can't come out for their man advantage. There's a super kick by Jey Uso. Oh, Samoan drop. This right here could be a couple. 1, 2, kick out. This could be a possible WrestleMania matchup 2 years from now. And wouldn't be surprised if it's for a world heavyweight title. Yes. So TNA Plus episodes are yes, you could watch it. You could watch it when it's 7:00 Eastern time, or 8 o'clock Eastern time on the East Coast. You could watch it while they're shown. They're not live. They're shown when they're broadcast to the American viewing public on Thursday nights. You'll be able to watch it at our here. Or you can watch it at your convenience on the TNA Plus app, their weekly episodic television shows. So, yes, that's one good thing about the Plus app. And there's a knee by Jake. Oh, good. Could Jay capitalize on the Samoan Werewolf? Spear. Man, he got him with a spear. Wow. Jay's going to the top. Remember, for the advantage, there's a splash. 1, 2. Oh, Jacob Fatu kicks out. Oh. Jay's got his knees and hit him in the back of the neck. And he hit him with the splash. Not enough to take down the Samoan Werewolf, who kicked out. Both men on their back. The crowd is chanting, "This is awesome." This match is, and this is just a precursor for tomorrow night. It's the appetizer. Here we go. Uso with a suicide dive right into the table, though. Jay hit himself on the table, and Fatu went flying here. Somebody's drink spilled. Somebody's gin and juice just spilled all over the floor there. Do you think WWE will be perfect if they have? They could be perfect if they have managers, but the right managers. You just can't have people just stand there and they can't cut a promo either. They got to be able to talk on the microphone and help you tell a wrestler, tell a story. Who could take some bumps. Like Bobby the Brain Heenan will be a stirrer of instigation of just chaos. You wouldn't mind if a wrestler got his hands on his neck on the Weasel, because that was his nickname. He was a Weasel. You wanted Jimmy Hart, with that megaphone. You wanted someone to take that megaphone and hit him. At times, he would pass the megaphone over to be used or distract the referee. Done right, a manager could be very important. But not to have it just to have it, to have a piece of somebody out there to do nothing. That's not going to work either. That's why I was a little I was conflictedly happy when I saw BFAB with the Pride. Remember, but she didn't talk much. Well, you're not going to be the talker, or Scarlett. Scarlett with the Final Testament. You're not talking. What are you doing? You're just there, to. And here's Jacob going for the moonsault, hits it. Is this going to be it? No. Let me see. 1, 2. Yeah, it was. So Solo's bloodline takes the advantage, which I kind of want to question that. I mean, the Superstar WWE could be perfect if they had manager. Tag teams count too. The tag teams could use the managing mouthpiece, but then there's not, I know they want the wrestlers to talk too and cut their own promos. Maybe that's why. Okay, so Solo Sikoa's bloodline will be having the advantage, which means they're gonna be the event. Huh. Damn, that was a hell of a moonsault. Springboard, moonsault. And he just nails it perfectly. Yeah, he nailed it perfect. Not for nothing, Jay Uso and Jacob Fatu had great chemistry in this match. That match had great chemistry, and Solo Sikoa comes out. He says, "I love you, Solo." And Solo giving him a hug to his enforcer. He said, "Yeet." Oh, my God. Oh, he's talking crap to his brother. He's talking crap to his brother, and they put the ones up. The new bloodline put the ones up. War Games tomorrow. War Games. Let's go tomorrow. As wow. So I did the solo Sokoa thing, and I took them on both. Solo, we got the watch along through. Damn, you guys were great. Let's give a quick wrap up before we say goodnight here on a Friday night. And I know it's late out there in UK. Ishmael, I appreciate you. Please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, please do subscribe. We really appreciate it. We could love to have you join us whenever we do wrestling watch-alongs. We love your energy. We love your comments in the chat, as well as Joel. Of course, Joel's a regular, but we love to see even Drew loving Liv Morgan. We appreciate it. Of course, Kaylee. Always good to see Kaylee. Of course, Logan. Always a staple here. Randy. Appreciate all you guys. Chris the Flash at lunch, so he at work always pops it. I always got to give him a shout out and his prop. Check his channel out, please. He also a content creator like myself. He does some good stuff there. Please check it out. Go to him. I appreciate that. And of course, everyone, Trent Hackett, Christopher Dan. He does a phenomenal job in our chats, and everyone that's watching on. Thank you for making me number one tonight on X. I know that the big heavy hitters probably took the night off. Denise Salcedo probably going to get ready for Busted Open tomorrow on satellite radio. But when we're right behind a Denise Salcedo on a watch along, it says something because she's an established wrestling journalist. And for us to be second in the watch along means a lot. I appreciate you guys. You guys make this channel what it is. That's why I like helping other up and coming podcasters like myself. I'm not there yet. I'm nowhere near. I say I'm there. I kind of want to stand side by side and help us grow together. Like, are you watching this? Our good friend Jazz Marie, want to help her, be part of something big that she's going there. She's got, her talent as well as Untouchable Canary, part of our channel. And of course, when she does her things on her channel as well, the running with Big Mike, of course, the PUWF, we may not agree on our wrestling takes. You might have different takes, but you know what? You're still a wrestling program. You're still one of our family members in a wrestling podcast, and we want to help you or be part and grow together. Miss Marie Shadows, the Square Circle podcast with Marie Shadows, young lady who just does some good stuff on her channel. I'm a big fan of her thing, and I kind of want to be stand by stand. Let's grow this together. Of course, Hammond Media Sports Group, they do a great job, of course, in channel Attitude. Check them out as well. A good friend of the show, always sharing and helping us retweet and getting us growing. I appreciate Hammond Media Group a lot. Thank you so much for all the likes and all this retweeting. You guys were cool on that. I appreciate that. And then coming soon in 2025, the Tribal Queen podcast. Two young ladies. I interact with them on Twitter X Machine, and I kind of want to see their podcast, their takes. Bloodline All the Way, Tribal Queen podcast. You know how we do it here. The Heel of the Ring podcast. We acknowledge the Sports Jedi Network. We're going to have the Tribal Queen. Can't wait to hear what they're going to bring to the table when it comes to this podcast world. And hopefully, we could be under an umbrella here and on the podcast world on the Sports Jedi Network. We'd love to have the ladies come on the watch along and stuff. So these ladies, all of them are in the video description. Please check them out. It's not always about getting me over. It's about getting us over. There's no iron team. So I appreciate you guys tonight. Yeah, man. There you go. Yeah, you got it, man. That's all I ask is a sub and a thumbs up. I'm happy with that. And your comments. We really appreciate your comments. It makes the stream good when we have an ultra interactive participation in the chat. It makes it so great, so phenomenal, and you guys were awesome. So with that, I'm gonna say good night tonight. We've been on for 3.5 hours watching and it was, you guys were phenomenally awesome. We'll check out War Games since we're coming back on tomorrow night for War Games. That's why we're gonna wrap up. I kind of wanted to talk a little more, but we're not, because we're gonna be back on tomorrow night and we're gonna be doing some more games. Now, I could give you my quick predictions of who I think wins. I'll do that real quick. Just if you guys 5 more minutes. I know we've been on for a bit. 5 more minutes. Give me 5 more minutes. Here we go. Intercontinental title match. Triple threat match is going to be Braun Breaker, Ludwig Kaiser, Sheamus. Who comes out victorious? I think Braun Breaker retains his title. I think it's going to lead to Braun retaining, although I wouldn't mind seeing Sheamus become Intercontinental Champion, where Ludwig takes the pin, and then you have Braun win it back at Saturday night's main event. But I think it's going to be Braun retaining his title. I would like Sheamus. Ludwig will eventually get this title eventually. I don't know if there'll be shenanigans. I don't know what Triple H would do here. United States title. Shinsuke Nakamura taking on the one and only, the world champion, the U.S. world champion, LA Knight. Yeah, I think Nakamura becomes United States world champion. I don't think both mid-card titles are going to be retained. I think one of the two will lose, and the one that makes more sense will be Nakamura. Especially, this is the reason why I'm going to be cynical. Next, in a couple of weeks, Nakamura will be in Pro Wrestling Noah. What a way of getting global exposure into the Japanese market world, although they know about WWE. But if Shinsuke shows up with the United States world title wrestling at Pro Wrestling Noah in January, just think about that. It's about promo. It's about marketing. And the broadcast is going to tell the world about Nakamura, United States World Champion. They're going to move to Netflix, although he's not a Netflix wrestler, but you're promoting WWE. Netflix is globally into the Japan market. You'll be able to get Netflix. You might be able to want to see the WWE product. Just think about that. I'm always thinking about that cynical aspect when it comes to marketing on that. So I think that's why I think Nakamura wins for that respective move. World Heavyweight title, Gunther versus Damian Priest. I think Damian Priest, I love Damian Priest, but I don't think he wins. I think Gunther wins this match. I think Gunther shows why he is the ring general. And I think he's going to win this in a pretty convincing match. In a very convincing, like, oh, damn. I kind of a squash, but a very convincing match on Damian Priest. I don't know why, because I think they're going to want to make Gunther that obstacle again. And I think he wins this match. I think he beats Damian Priest. I don't see Damian coming out victorious. I think Gunther wins, and I'm like, holy snap! He just goes to another level of violence to take out Damian Priest. And won't even be surprised if they take him out so bad that he might be out onto the Rumble of an injury. Wouldn't be surprised if Damian is ran off the TV for a couple of weeks just to get him back up, take some time off, and come back at the Rumble. Don't be surprised. That's just me, my opinion. And we go now to the War Games, the women's War Games matchup. You got the Liv group versus the Bianca group. I don't know which way they go with this when it comes to the ladies. Who comes up victorious? Wouldn't be surprised if 2024, the year that she's been having, both of these ladies, Nia and Rhea wins. Their team wins. Because they've been having Queen of the Ring. Nia's the Queen of the Ring. Grand Slam champion for Liv. Everything Liv does done with the Judgment Day. She's been having a year. Why not finish out the year 2024 in complete gold standard for her winning the War Games matchup? She could even talk crap to Rhea, where the chase becomes even more of an obstacle for Rhea Ripley. You couldn't even get people to beat my group. I'm on top of you no matter what. Mommy's on top. No, Liv is on top. And you just continue with that storyline. That's why I think Liv's group wins. The men's War Games, the OG Bloodline versus the Solo Sikoa Bloodline. I think Solo Sikoa's Bloodline gets the victory. I think CM Punk might not even make it to the ring. I think CM Punk is going to get confronted by Seth freaking Rollins. You start off you heat up that rivalry. WrestleMania season is a couple of weeks away, guys. Before we get into full WrestleMania season, for the building, Punk Rollins is a WrestleMania dream matchup. Rollins probably feels slated of not getting an opportunity to be, in the war. Even though he said no, but I think it's the new Bloodline wins. I think the new Bloodline needs his victory. Do we see the Dwayne The Rock Johnson appear? He said his obligations with Momoa too has finished. He's no more promos. He's ready to. He's free. Could he show up? Could he show up in a video package? I don't trust Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn with the phone being thrown. His demeanor today when they said he couldn't be out there. There's a lot of things that Sami Zayn looks like a sneaky little devil. Do you trust him? I don't trust him. I don't trust him. That's why I think the new bloodline gets the victory. There's going to be chaos. There's going to be so many different things happening. It'll be interesting to see how they go with it. I can't wait to call it and see that there. Here we go. Actually, Sheamus winning the Intercontinental title in Saturday night's main event in a retirement match will be perfect. Oh, I can't. Ooh. Wow. A stipulation match on Saturday night's main event. You're cooking. I like that idea. I really like that idea. Because Sheamus, that's one of his titles eluding him. He could be a Grand Slam champion. Also, remember, opening the way for another kind of Grand Slam champion returning at the end, in the beginning of Netflix, John Cena. Could we get a tease of John Cena at Saturday night's main event? You never know. Maybe that's his first feud, John Cena and Sheamus. Anything is possible, guys. Anything is possible. But with that said, I want to thank everyone for joining us, joining myself and the rest of the Heal the Ring crew. Feel better, Heal crew. We'll be back on tomorrow night. I like the way it's thinking. I love these talks. I love these storylines where we had the pencil. I loved it. Is it the classic Saturday Night Main Event storyline style? I think it is. I think it's going to be that, and I love it. So with that, hey, I hope to see you tomorrow. If you're able to show up tomorrow, I know the time difference is a little rough, but if you're able to show up for this pre-elite, come on in. We'll definitely enjoy. We'll have more. We'll have Canary on. We'll have the rest of the Heal the Ring crew. I want to say thank you again. It's been almost 3.5 hours. We still have a lot of people strong on all the different platforms, on Rumba, Truvo, Kick, Instagram Live. Thank you, Instagram Live, on our X, Twitch, YouTube, and on our Facebook. Thank you. Follow us on our social at BXJedi76 on the X Machine. We can always go back and forth and storyline ideas. So definitely check us out on X Video. If you see the video description, you see our handles there on the YouTube page. We really appreciate it. So guys, have a good night. We'll see you mañana.